Yo, 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 what it do, what it is, y'all. It's your boy Taylor May rocking. You already know what time it is, and you know what day it is. It's Thursday, and you are now tuned in to the infamous, the No Filter Show. And I'm always joined by my great co-host.
Man, of course, this is your man, AI, aka GI Mo, aka non-GMO. You dig? We in the bitch.
You got Louisa, aka the Blue Phoenix.
And just Star. Hey now.
What's happening, my good people?
Hey, Star.
Hey everybody.
So hopefully K Quick will be joining us soon. If not, we'll catch him on the next one. We already told you he took a loss in the family today. So K Quick, just to let you know, we already told you off air, but we're gonna tell you on air, bro. You in our prayers. We love you. You know what I'm saying? We always gonna be there. Hold your head, bro. So with that being said, how y'all feeling?
Man, pretty goddamn good, man.
Yeah, good. It's Thursday. What not to feel good about?
I know, right? I know. We almost made it. It's almost the weekend. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got any plans for the weekend?
I'm filming again, back off hiatus.
Okay. Guess what?
Chicken butt.
Star, I think I'm filming with you this weekend. We filming on Sunday.
I heard.
I make my acting debut this weekend. I got like 3 or 4 lines. You know, I'm still trying to figure out what's my motivation. You know what I'm saying? You know what
I
I'm saying?
never did understand why actors and actresses pose that question. I never did.
I don't either. I always just thought it was like something stupid funny to say. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
what's my motivation? Am I tapping back into my childhood? You know, who's my muse? You know, I don't know.
Right.
It's kind of exciting for me. I'm not gonna lie. This is my first time really, you know what I'm saying, doing it. But I've always had the ability to change characters and shit. And I'm just goofy, so this is gonna be kind of fun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Y'all,
think this weekend I have to film Saturday and Sunday, and without giving too much, I think this is the first time that y'all really get to see my character go hard. Like, she's considered a gangster throughout the whole thing, but this is the first real glimpse of it, like this weekend. So pretty dope.
excited. Weezy AI. What y'all got planned for this weekend, man?
Well, I thought we was writing it Saturday. So
Uh, I,
I don't know.
no, I was waiting for you to say that. You know, I can't just
Oh,
can't put it all out there. You know what I'm saying?
well, we'll be writing some scripts and for a couple of other things we have planned for the No Filter. I mean, for uh Red Vision
Columbus.
Red,
TV,
yeah.
Red Vision Cinema. So we're gonna be busy Saturday, doing good things. Mhm.
Man, most definitely. Nobody told me that we were supposed to be writing. I'm surprised. Thank y'all for giving me the fucking APB. Y'all
We
are some big
said you
heads, but
weren't
I love
able
y'all. I
to.
mean, I
You
guess
was
it's a light
high.
skin thing
You
because
was
we don't
high
talk.
off your win.
Yeah, we
No,
hey,
I was
Tell
high
us
off my
about it.
win, but nobody still put it in the feed. And
We did.
I tell y'all what,
We
I'm always
did.
available, but nobody asked me anything. So it's supposed to be a
Oh,
baby shower, so I'll try to make it up there as early as possible. You understand me? I
Yeah,
still
I
got a
think
life, y'all. You hear
it's
me?
all good, bro. It's all,
You hear me?
I
It
think
ain't enough that I shave my head and shit. Like y'all got to give me some APBs, man. Y'all, hey, look, light skinned people in communication, y'all are just like Trump, y'all be blowing
that is
dog whistles. I
bull.
don't even
That
get
is
it.
Oh
bull. That is
no.
I
bull.
don't even
look,
get
here
it.
we go.
That is
Look,
bull.
aren't you light
You
skinned
Okay.
better
too, bro?
watch your step.
I could
That
have sworn you
offended
lighter than I
Rock.
am.
Oh,
I don't
oh,
know who the hell y'all talking to, but
We
yeah,
talking to
Oh,
you.
y'all
I don't know.
offended
Go
me.
ahead.
I could have sworn you was cheering Trump on during that debate though.
Nah, hell nah. You know
oh.
damn well that's your man. That's
Come
not my
on,
man. That's
man.
your man,
Come
bro.
on,
I
guy.
don't
Come
think
on.
Trump is even Trump's man at this point, because Lord.
You Trump
Well, you know
himself.
what? You know what? We got a couple minutes before we invite the dynamic guest of Tony Cobain on, yeah. And look, at
Hmm
Yeah.
8:55 or 9 o'clock, we're gonna have him on and he's gonna talk about him. You dig what I'm saying? We're gonna actually focus in on somebody that's real. But let's get into it. So, who all caught the debate?
Oh, I caught it.
I
Pause.
saw some of it. I saw some of it. I was blown away. I'll tell you that much. I don't think I've ever in all my years saw a sitting president get called a clown on national TV. That was crazy.
That was
Tells
awesome.
me how black Joe Biden is, though.
Right.
Is that the only thing you caught?
No, no. So I saw different speaking points, their standpoints, like for instance, Trump with his what did he call them when he was asked about white supremacy? Proud Boys. I
Yeah.
saw that too. Like I saw different points. I didn't watch the entire thing. And I was just like, I don't know if I could have sat through the entire thing with what I did see.
I saw two grown men who couldn't respect each other enough to sit back and let each other speak. How can I take you serious? One, as a president, if you can't speak like a grown man. Two, I saw Mr. President. I'm giving that at least that little bit of respect. I seen this man not actually answering the questions. It was more, I'm going to take a personal jab at you. Um, I didn't get a chance to check the fact check to see if he was talking out the side of his neck. Did anybody get a chance to do that?
Bruh, you're scaring me.
What's up?
Bruh. Hold on, with the echo, you're scaring me.
Shit.
Because you never mentioned, just like Star mentioned, I think the biggest elephant in the room.
Hold on,
Okay.
hold on. I wasn't done.
No, no, no. Ain't no hold on. Ain't no hold on. Ain't no hold on. Because it's me and you now. Because
Here
you
we
never
go.
mentioned anything. You try to be so neutral, bro. You try to be so neutral that it's scary to everybody out there, bro. What did you hear? You didn't hear anything that was a call to a civil war almost, or a race war.
When he told them the good old boys to stand by and
The
stand
Proud
proud,
Boys.
the Proud Boys.
Mhm.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
mean, bro, look, let me ask you something. How could I get upset at something that we already know? We already know. You feel me? If
But
you
have you
come
ever
in,
seen somebody so bold with no diplomacy actually go out here and say it live on camera and tell
nah,
a militia to stand by?
of course.
You don't
But you know,
think I'm
go ahead.
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just feel
No,
like he's
please.
been saying it the whole time. What was it? Was that North Carolina where those riots was going on? And he said, I don't want to call them bad people. Like, and not only that, to be blunt, he's had very big balls from day daggone one. He's making executive orders when Congress tells him no. Like, it's just one more instance out of quite a few where he's showing that A, he's childish, and B, that he don't care. If it's not serving his purpose, then forget about it. I've seen, honestly, what I feel is directly for Black people, maybe only two instances in his entire presidency that he actually did something for Black people. And I don't even think he knew that it was for Black people.
You know what's upsetting about that statement? And I'm sorry, Phoenix. You know what? We got to get her opinion first. What did you notice about that? If you even checked it.
I didn't have an opinion because I want to watch the whole thing. I missed it when it was on. So I wasn't going to say a word. I cannot give an opinion without me seeing anything. So when I watch it, I'll let y'all know.
That's a waste of your time and your life. You cannot watch the whole thing. I fell asleep midway. I'm gonna tell you now, you didn't miss anything. I think the most profound statement was the actual, stand by to the Proud
Yeah,
Boys.
he
Like,
would he
it's
wouldn't
a big
announce
deal.
it. He
nah,
Yeah,
wouldn't
it's a big
announce it.
deal.
Yeah, I
It's a
seen
big
little
deal.
clips, but what
you
people
know,
posted, but I
you
wanted
know,
to watch the whole thing.
you know where I got kind of excited at, and it was kind of fucked up, but I got excited. Um, he pressed Biden's button when he started talking about his son and his drug problem, and he pissed Biden off. Where you can see the the professionalism leave him. Like he was speaking, but he started talking with his hands and he started pointing. If they was close, he would have swung on. He would have swung on, and I got kind of
I agree.
excited
I
for a
think so.
second because I was like, okay, somebody's about to lay into this dude, but the moderator just kept pulling it down, like bringing it back in at points. You know what I'm saying? The moderator actually struggled to maintain control, but I seen a little snappy side of Joe that I was hoping to see a little bit more of. You know what I'm saying? I was hoping that he was going to dig into his ass just a little bit more, but that's just the first. But still, I'm gonna say it on air. I don't think I'm gonna vote this year. I'm gonna sit this one out.
Oh Lord have
So
mercy.
let me ask you this before we even get started into the artists or whatever. We got a couple minutes, man. I got to be honest with you, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You sound exactly like me. Now, a lot of
What?
people out
I'm
there
not a
keep
Trump
saying,
supporter.
no, 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 no,
Whew.
no. I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because we're talking about just the voting process, period. So I'm not even going to excite a riot. You understand me? You're a riot within your own being. You understand me? Um, But I gotta ask everybody on here because that's a pivotal point. Is that everybody keeps saying that they're going to vote for the lesser evil. What the fuck does the lesser evil mean?
And the thing is, we're back here again with the lesser of two evils. That doesn't make any sense.
We
How can
always
you
been there.
vote for the lesser of two evils? It's still evil.
I didn't say that.
Bullshit. I
I
mean, I'm
have my
not.
own reasons why I'm voting for Biden, and it's not because he's the lesser of two evils.
So I'll tell you what. Go into detail, Star, exactly why you would even vote for Biden when we, as foundational Black Americans, because your family isn't truly anchored here. I
Oh
don't
my
feel
God.
like.
Are we on this again?
Yeah, we have to go there. We have to go there because you shouldn't be wanting to vote for any of them because he still, all of us as Black Americans who have been here for 500 years prior to anybody immigrating over here on purpose because we were brought here, feel way different than how you feel and maybe how
Is
you were
Biden
taught.
500 years old?
Come on, man. He has been
Yeah,
affecting
I'm
us
just
for the
wondering.
past 20 years. Even your Black uncles, they may be of Jamaican descent, but he has affected us in a harsher way, more so than Trump has. Trump has only been in for 4 years. In comparison to him, who would be the lesser evil? Let's talk.
Like I said, I'm not voting for Biden because he's the lesser of two evils. I'm voting for Biden because a lot of his past has come out or whatever, but that's the past. If people spent time holding our past against us, I would be considered nothing more than a stripper, not a mother, not a business owner, not on this podcast doing great things, not an actress, so on and so forth. What I have seen over the years is Joe Biden surround himself with people who have different views than what he initially started out as. What people don't understand is a simple conversation can spark an idea that can spark a change. I firmly believe that, maybe not everything, especially with the mass incarcerations. I don't think his stance is much different on that, even though he's saying that it is, when you're campaigning, you have to appeal to the masses because you want the votes. But I do think that a lot of things that he thought about before has been changed. The reason I'm voting for him is because I genuinely think he would do a better job than Trump. I'm not looking forward to another 4 years of the great instigator. The whole reason that the show The Apprentice was great was because he was a damn instigator. I don't want that in the White House, and I don't want
So
that
you're
making
telling
decisions for
me,
my kids.
hold on, I gotta cut you off because of course, Biden pulled up another Caribbean massive, aka Cardi B. Cardi B with her ignorant ass, okay, sat up there and talked about what?
Why?
It's something about that Caribbean area I don't get. Like, y'all come over here and everybody comes over here, and I'm starting to sound like Trump right now because I sound ignorant, but these
Oh,
are
yeah,
not the
this ain't
views
Bigly.
of the No Filter Show. But I have to be honest with you, is that you sound like Cardi B. You sound like all the Caribbean massive or Kamala Harris. You sound
Hold
just
on,
like
hold
her.
on,
Is
hold
it
on, hold on,
because
hold on,
Kamala
hold on.
Harris
I
might
don't
just
sound
end up
anything like
being the
Kamala
vice
Harris.
president, aka the president? How do you feel about it?
I feel like you're very good at being provocative, but you will not get me hot under the collar today. And let's be clear. We all were the young person on the block at one time. We all had to go through life and get experiences to get to the point where we are today. So at one time, we sounded like the ignorant ones too. So if Cardi B sounds ignorant, at least she's actually taking the time to try to vote. A lot of the other top female rappers who I'm not going to have to throw under the bus at the moment haven't even spoken out about voting yet anyway.
When did Biden come from the bottom and start from the top?
I
I'm
didn't
just
say I
asking you
didn't
because
say that he
you're gonna
came
vote
from
for
the
him.
bottom. You
No, no,
said
no, 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 no,
Cardi.
no, no. Because he's always been on top because he comes from a long lineage of slavery. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what
Everybody
I'm saying?
has.
His people
There's black
benefited from it.
families who
How
own
can you
slaves
vote for
too.
anybody at this point?
But
You're not gonna vote
hey,
independent. You're not
bro,
gonna
let me
find
ask you
nobody. You're
this.
not gonna write yourself in as a president.
No,
Can you actually get mad because of where somebody came from? You know what I'm saying? What they family do in the past. You feel me? Like, can you really, really hold them accountable for
You
that?
have to. You have to because a lot of the coons, aka the people that are in power now, Kamala Harris, a lot of the people are they immigrated here. They weren't brought here like we were. They don't have 500 years of lineage.
Okay, so that's
They don't
that's just
have.
And
so
hold on, Rob.
hold on. So let
Hold
me
on,
ask you
Rob.
this.
Let
I
me.
got a question for you because so with that being said, that's just like saying a man that's a felon doesn't deserve, you feel me, another chance. You feel me? To work and be a regular citizen. You dig what I'm saying? Just because of
I,
his because of
That's the
his
wrong
priors.
answer. There's a difference between
Or
a 500 years, a 400-year head start when you had free labor and you bombed and you destroyed all the foundational Black Americans. You killed us, most of us off, most of us indigenous. And now we're talking about felons? Bro,
bro, you sound like
felonies
a victim
only
right now.
exist. Because felonies only exist because of white supremacy. Everywhere else in the world, everybody gets rehabilitated and they go back into society.
Bro,
If you go to the
yo,
Netherlands,
you
if you
keep
go
saying
to
you keep
Amsterdam,
you
you're
keep
not talking
saying
about anything, bro. You're not saying
you keep
anything.
saying 500 years. You sound like a victim right now. You feel
We
you're
are
saying
victims, bro. Bro, hold on.
I'm the damn
Hey,
victim.
you
I'm
ain't
the
no
victim.
damn victim.
I'm the
How
victim
many
because
generations
show
have your family?
after show
How many
after
generations?
show,
How
you
many
are
gens are
constantly
you?
what happened? Excuse me. See, and this is the problem. You keep on harping on because it's not even talking at this point. Harping on about my father's side of the family, like I don't have a mother, like we're not indigenous as well, like we weren't brought over here on ships as well. Like, what are you talking about here? Foundational blacks, and you're not and immigrated, and this is that's one half of me. And again, I was born in Brooklyn, New York. I'm an American citizen, born on this soil with roots to this soil as well. So, what exactly is it that you're talking about?
So how is it that you can feel like you are voting for a lesser evil? If you
I
are
didn't
black
say that. You
and you
did.
have no,
I
you're
said I'm
saying
voting
that.
for the
You're
best
really
choice
saying
for
that
me.
because
No,
if you
no,
really pay attention to everything
no,
that's been going on in society, why would you vote for a Biden and a Kamala Harris who both have
because
a
it's my
history
choice and
as
it's nothing you
DA?
can do about it.
I understand it's your choice and I
so. You
cannot do
know
nothing
what?
about
You
it.
want to know
But I want you
something?
to explain to everybody out there that might feel the same way. See, that's your problem is that you can't express yourself.
I
I
No,
did
can
already.
talk about my
You
weaknesses.
can't
You
receive it.
can't tell us
You can't
about the
receive
reasons
it.
why you are who you are and why
so
you do
hold on,
what you
hold on,
do.
hold on. So hold
That's
on.
not
Let
true.
me let me say this. AI for real. You're questioning her about voting for Biden as if you're underlying trying to see what you can say to convince her to vote for Trump. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the only other person that you can
Wrong
vote
answer.
for.
If you don't vote, you just don't fucking vote. Remember the electoral college, and I posted that the other day on my page because y'all don't pay attention to shit.
So here we go.
That's not
Nobody
true.
pays attention to nothing unless it's negative because you ain't heard me out yet. If
That's not
you
true.
believe in the vote, hold up. If y'all believe in the real vote, if you believe in man time, woman time, okay? If you've seen the history from the time that we or the 600 black people that came here, you dig what I'm saying? From 1663 on, 600 blacks, then you would know your history and you would understand that this shit ain't meant to be. This shit is
So
not meant to be. The
so
voting
you're
has never worked. You have never seen voting work. We are going right back, and history repeats itself. I'm pretty sure all of you heard your family members say this before, all your elders. You may not have heard where you came from, but you have heard that the shit repeats itself, right? We are borderline on a civil war. If you don't vote, you just don't fucking vote.
so basically all of this back and forth that you give me show after show after show is to convince me not to vote.
Hmm.
You're muted.
You're muted, Brody, and I ain't doing it this time.
Hello?
Uh-huh.
So basically, what I've been saying the whole time is that everybody between you, Just Star, and Telemade Rock have
Woo.
been convincing themselves that they want to be
He's
neutral.
upset.
We are tired of people being neutral and nobody can pick a side. If you want to go with Bernie Sanders or Green, pick a side. But voting
How?
just Democrat means you have no decision of the bird that has two wings, left and
Okay,
right.
but never mind that I clearly just stated that I'm voting for Biden and why. Now is we're trying to remain neutral and pick a side. No, you don't want to accept my choice, and that's just too damn bad.
It's
Okay,
not that
they
I'm trying to
are
accept your
two
choice.
different wings on the same bird, and
Okay.
that's always going
Well,
to be it. But
what
check
is
this
his
out.
good? What is his
You didn't ask me
attributes?
my
Tell
personal
me the good
views on
things about
voting.
Biden. No, because we're going to get into it. You
Listen,
and Rock have never said anything good about Biden. You're just
how would
doing
you
it just to
know?
be
Hold
doing it
on.
How would
Hold
you
on.
know?
How
You
did
just
because
get
he
on
has
the
a
question
Caribbean
just a
woman.
question.
He has a Caribbean woman, Caribbean descent.
So you
He
feel
has
like
her
that's
as
my
vice
reason for
president.
voting for him. So you
Yeah,
feel like that's
you
my
never
reason for
told a
voting for him.
reason. You never
you
said
know
anything
what?
because you're not
I
transparent.
Well,
just gave you
You're
reasons.
both.
Number
hold
one.
You
on,
and
hold on,
Rock
That's
is
hold
a
on.
number
vote.
one.
Hold on,
Number
time out,
two.
time out. I never said anything about voting for Biden, but let me ask you this, Mr. G.I. Mo. Who are you
Yes,
voting
get him.
for? Who are you
He
voting
said
for?
no. He's gonna write himself in.
I'm never going to vote. I'm never going to vote. I realize with the Electoral College, when they are the decisive decision, okay, they make the decision, okay. They blamed it on Russia when Hillary
Uh-huh.
Clinton was running. She won the popular vote.
Uh-huh. But
Now,
you
do you
okay.
understand the difference
So
between the
look, so
popular
look.
vote and
Okay, I
Congress?
got you. We've been there. We've been there like three
Oh
or
my
four
God,
times through the
Jesus
seven
fucking
show.
Christ.
So let
Hey,
me ask
yeah.
you this. Hold on, listen. So let
Oh
me
my
ask you
God.
this. Why does if you say you're not going to vote, why does it matter? Because you don't believe in the system, and I get it, and I agree with you, brother. I'm not knocking it, but
And
why
he
does it
doesn't know if I agree with him at that.
exactly? So, but why does it
You don't
matter?
talk, just
Listen.
star. You just back on the show. Now, will you
Who can
explain to
talk?
everybody that agrees
Who
with
can
you?
talk with that
Will
big
you
mouth
agree?
of
Will
yours,
you
Grandpa?
explain to everybody out there that might want
Grandpa.
to agree with you
Hold
why you're
on,
doing this?
hold on.
Explain to us why
Hey,
you're
yeah.
doing it.
Hold
Rock,
on,
explain
stop.
why you're doing
Hold
this.
on, stop. Hold on. Hey, yeah, you
Go into
ducking my question.
details.
No, see, we're not gonna do this. You're not gonna duck my question tonight. You're gonna have to give me some answers, brother. Why does it matter who Star is voting for if you don't believe in the system? Period.
Because
Why does it
she is
ruffle your feathers so much? Because everybody has their own personal opinions, right?
okay.
Okay,
Okay.
if you believe what you believe, that's all cool and dandy. So why not this sister for exercising her right to vote, which our ancestors died to do? You dig what I'm saying?
Young, if you don't stop saying that malarkey, young, my ancestors did
Oh,
not die to vote. That
they
was given
didn't.
to us by the white man
They
before the
didn't.
white woman. Okay.
Oh,
That's where you're wrong at, bruh. Now, see,
they
if you
No.
did your research, and the reason why
no.
I am going in on y'all is because y'all are not transparent.
How am I
You,
not?
Just
I'm
Star,
light
can
skinned.
never
How much
sit there and
transparent do
say
you want
or
me to
give it.
be?
Star can never give a true explanation of why she's voting for them.
No, you won't
I just
accept her
hold on, Rock.
No,
reason.
no,
No, no,
no.
no, no,
Okay,
no,
Go
no.
in
Hold
depth.
on, Rock. Hold
For
on, Rock.
people that I
Hold
am
on, Rock.
arguing with, just like you, why would you do it? Why? Who is Biden? He's senile, he's old, and he licks hair, he smells hair, he's a
You
pervert, he's
know,
been on Weinstein
you
Island,
know,
he has
you know.
arrested,
First of all,
he
all of
created the
them
three, he's the
have been
author
on
of the
Weinstein
three strikes
Island.
law. No, no,
First
no.
of all, okay,
He's the
are you
author
finished?
of the three
No,
strikes
no.
law.
See,
Do you
this is
side?
what we're not gonna
Come
do.
on,
You're not
man.
gonna overtalk me tonight. You're not gonna ask me a bunch of questions and then want to have your say. We're
get
not
him,
doing that tonight.
get
We're
him.
not doing that at all. Now, first of all, let's be extremely clear, Mr. I want you to be transparent. On the subject of Biden himself, I watched him as vice president. That's when I first said that he would get my vote, long before he said Kamala anything. Let's start there. Okay, what was your other point? Why am I voting when I know about the electoral college? You are correct. I know about the electoral college, and my personal stance, since you want transparency, is that it should be completely abolished and that the vote should go directly back to the people. Why am I voting anyway when that is my view? Because it is my right. When they had the women's lib movement, black women still could not vote. That was specifically a white woman vehicle because white women wanted to vote too. We didn't get to vote until how many years later? So those are my transparent views. And to be
First
quite
and
honest,
foremost, black
if you want
males
me
were
to be
allowed to
as
vote before
militant,
white women
okay,
were.
oh, you're a
You
black
still don't
man. I'm
understand that,
not a
do you?
black man.
You
So
still don't
I didn't
understand
get
that, do
that
you?
right when you got it.
So now you bitter? I don't get it.
Am I
But
bitter?
we only
You
have 1 minute
sound
left
bitter.
before we bring Tony Cobain on. But you
You
still
got
ain't made no
rights to
point.
vote
You
before
still ain't
me,
said nothing
but
for
I'm the one
everybody
that
that I may
sounds
be
bitter.
harping on. Nah, this is where we cross roads at. Because
So,
you want to tell me, you want to tell everybody what you're doing, but you're not
yep,
explaining why you're doing it.
I just
If
explained,
you
and it
really
doesn't
looked at
mean
him as vice
anymore.
president, when the hell did Biden even come up? When the fuck did he have to even actually react? Because we were so distracted by the Jesus, the second coming of Jesus,
We
Obama.
shit, and that's the problem. It's not a we. You don't know what my thoughts were watching Obama in office, so you can't keep saying we. The problem is that you like to speak for a mass of people, but you only got one mouth.
No,
You
I'm
also
speaking
got
for
two
me.
ears,
I'm
Okay,
speaking
and
hold
for
I
on, hold
need
me.
you
on,
to
hold
do
on.
more listening.
Hold on. We're gonna take a break from this one. Ding, ding, ding. Everybody go back to your quarters. Get your cut, man. Get your towel. Drink your water. We're gonna spend a block on this one because AI, we ain't done with you. Stop. Hey, you got his number tonight. AI, we on your ass, bro. We on your ass. I just want to say that. Weezy, you might need to heal that man at the end of the show. But real quick, AI, do me a favor. Go ahead and introduce our guest. He's sitting backstage and he's waiting. Come on in.
All right. So everybody, it's been a long moment, man. We have known this guy, man, from the producer, Chad X Ali, man. Hey, look, the three-time champion of the former show called Live from the Corner. You understand me, man? Hey, look, he's based out of Houston, but my man is actually from the DMV, man. We have Tony Cobain in the goddamn house, man. What it
Woo!
do, bruh?
Oh, stop! I'm not my fault.
You
Hey,
know
bro,
what
was
you
you
doing? Don't
flossing?
bring your teeth
No,
up
I
in
was just
here.
looking. I was looking like I was look trying to see how this thing. I didn't know y'all could see.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
You was out this joint making sure. Hey, look, you was out that joint making sure your teeth.
You
Hey,
trying
yeah,
to get the
hey, look, we
broccoli
gotta stop
out.
being light skinned, bro. I'm tired of
You
being
gotta
light
get the
skinned, bro.
broccoli
Hey,
out
Real
the
look.
talk,
teeth.
real
Now
talk.
you
So
see
look,
you guys see those
come.
Prince memes when he's like they be like this how light skinned dudes be. I'd be like, yeah, that's me. I'd be doing that sometimes.
Hey, listen, bro.
Sometimes.
I'm the head of the light skin coalition. You can't get no lighter than me. Oh no, Wheezy is lighter than me, but you can't get no lighter than most of us. And hey, man, I'm proud of you, bro.
Thank you.
So nobody out here in our space and time continuum understands or knows who you are. Please explain yourself, bro. Introduce yourself.
So I'm Tony Cobain. I'm a recording artist. I'm an actor, and I'm also a comedian. I just released my album A Different Energy back in June. Did the short film Freedom with my man Chad, and I'm just out here trying to create and inspire the next generation to do great things and uplift people. Man, laugh is life. That's my slogan, and I live by that.
So on top of that, what have you been nominated for as far as an actor?
Oh, I just got nominated for the best actor award at the excuse me, tongue twister, alternative film festival. Just got that nomination. That was pretty
Congratulations.
cool. Thank you. Thanks.
It's really dope.
Man, it's
So
really
what
dope.
so like what how do you feel? How do you feel first of all? Second
It
of all, after you answer that question, tell us how you did how you know what you channeled to do freedom.
um like the last week and a half, I pretty much just been like on the cloud. It's amazing, people seeing stuff that we had in our head and we created in a physical form, and people ex- um accepting it and appreciating it, and just liking it and liking the message. So this past like really 2 weeks, I've just been just grateful about everything that's been coming my way. And I've been like meditating a lot too, just on things that I can just elevate more, get better, and just staying in a creative space, not letting it get to my head or anything, just staying in that space of creation. And you said, how did I channel that part? It's funny because when Chad came to me to do this part, it was in early January. I was like, cool. I'll do it. You're my friend. I thought it was just, um I did it because Chad, that's my friend. But then like I'm reading the role and I'm like, oh, he was like, yeah, TC, this is some serious stuff. And I'm like, okay, cool. But I really channeled what I did for this part. Like I watched a lot of old Vietnam like documentaries and like YouTube clips, and I talked to a few vets about PTSD. And I just tried to channel that um pretty much neglect, you know, because he was a black man, was a black man in America. Nothing ain't changed since then, but he's a black man in America who served and killed for this country and came back to the United States, and he's still black, still getting treated the same. And at the end of the day, it was like, why did I do this? You know? So I just tried to like keep that in the back of my mind.
And
Well,
that
of course. Go
you
ahead,
were say
bro.
that's dope. I actually got a chance to check your album out, and it's dope. The intro is what got me because you first started out with slow cadence and then you sped it up, and that's how I knew you were creative because I can hear the chopping in it, and to hear you talk about your role just now, I can tell that you're very dedicated to your work, and there's not a lot of people that have that dedication, and for real, that's what separates the winners from the losers. So being in the entertainment industry and having multi lanes with being a artist and being a actor, how do you find your balance? Like, how do you maintain the level of high performance with both of your crafts?
That's a good question. I try not to like, overdo myself. And like at the end of the day, like I look at everything as acting because like acting was like my first initial introduction to entertainment. Like I started taking acting classes when I was about 15, and then I started doing stand up comedy. Then I got into music like later on. Like I got into music like really like seriously like 3 years ago. And but I always look at everything as acting. um so when I'm the rapper Tony Cobain, I'm just playing the character. And every time I'm rapping, I always think I'm like, I who like who can I chant? Like I kind of like summon the rap gods. You know what I mean? Like I Tupac, Biggie, Nas. Like so I'm trying to channel the energy, but continue it in my as Tony Cobain. And I just look at it all as acting. I'm just playing different characters for real. That's what I try to do.
All right.
You know what's crazy is that I wanted to go through the album, right? Because everything that you've been saying, I've been writing down, right? So I'm gonna go through the list of songs, right? So stand up, I feel black power and vulnerability. Is that what you were going for in that track?
Yes, yes, yes,
Hmm.
indeed.
Now
I
explain
tried
that process. Like, where did that come from?
to stand up. I really wanted to paint, like without doing a music video, I really wanted to paint a horror story. You know what I mean? And like the song inspire I listen to all types of music. I studied like all types of music from, old school hip hop, everything, jazz music, Latin music. I listen to all kinds of music. And um in stand up, I tried to paint the picture how Snoop Dogg painted. Remember the song "Murder Was the Case"?
Oh yeah, most
Yeah,
definitely.
I really tried to paint the picture like that. And I had started like writing stand up um in like October of 2019. Like that's when I started coming up with the idea. And then the album was supposed to come out January 1st, 2020, but I was like procrastinating. And Chad actually pushed me to do it. He was like, do this album. I was like, all right. So we had really started recording in May. And then so the George Floyd situation happened, and I was like, whoa. And then I inserted that, excerpt from I think her name's Tamika Mallory. I inserted that excerpt. And I just really wanted to paint a visual picture. Like when you listen, I wanted people to see what we go through. And then like I got the line where like, and a lot of people like the stereotype black people, you see a young black dude, you pull him over as a cop, and you're like, oh, this guy, he's he's just another, you know, black dude or whatever. And I purposely like said in line, I only went out for some kimchi. You know, that's like you wouldn't expect a black guy to, you know, go out for kimchi, you know?
I eat it every day, as much as possible, bro. You're not alone. It's a
You
light
know,
skin
just
thing, bro. You
breaking out
good.
just breaking down stereotypes, you know.
Now, the next song, okay, you and Chad, all right? Now, this is my man. All right. Hey, look, he had me stepping in turkey shit in order for y'all scenes. Okay. Hey, look, I found a place for y'all to film half of this joint, right? I sacrificed.
Oh man,
This my
thank
man.
you,
This is my brother. This
thank
is my
you.
brethren, bro. No, hey, look, I love y'all, right? But I gotta be honest with you, man. Where in the hell did fuck your boyfriend come from?
um, so the song was supposed to be called "Jaded," and it was supposed to be called "Jaded," and it was about a relationship I went through. So this relationship I was in last year, it ended bad. It ended badly. Like it was like I did a lot for this chick, and then she kind of just like dissed me, carried me. I was like, oh wow, I didn't see that one coming. And then so I was salty. And then, you know, like I had blocked her on Instagram. And then like I would like peep at her Instagram like you know, every now and then. Then I saw she had a boyfriend, and I was like, oh wow. And we had broke up November 2019, and she posted like a timestamp on the picture of this other guy, and it said September 2019. I was like, whoa, so wait, was I a side guy, or he was a side guy and stepped up? And so I like so I got salty, and I just really wrote that song. And because like if I date a woman, it's an experience, you know, for the woman. You know, I'm kind of like cocky like that to a degree with dating, because I know what I can offer, you know what I mean? So
Okay.
so it's like dang, like your boyfriend ain't
Were
me.
you the entanglement is what you're trying to figure out. Were you the entanglement?
Exactly. So I'd be like, I was like, damn, was I entangled? Like before Jada Pinkett coined that term, I was like, I think I was entangled. Like I was like, dang, that explains the time lapses.
Now listen, I'm gonna skip over this, and I got to get to something because it's a couple songs that I love, bro. Like,
Uh-huh.
you know what I'm saying?
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
The city is like Nas, like you dig what I'm
Okay.
saying. So you already said that was one of your influences, but we got to go to the influence of Quarantine is Over. That sounds like some E40 San Francisco type. How do you jump from like genre? You know what I'm saying? Like beat to beat. You dig? Like tell
Uh-huh.
everybody out there that's learning the process.
So um I wanted everything to be balanced, you know what I mean? Like, and with this new generation, the um the attention span is really short. So like that's why I only have like 7 songs. And is that's the bare minimum, like, you know, if you can be nominated for a Grammy, 7 songs for, you know, for an album. So I wanted to keep it like, you know, short and simple, but I didn't want it a one track album. Like I wanted a balance of everything. And like Quarantine Over, that was the last song I recorded, and it was like that's what I like really needed, you know, to make the album like well rounded in my opinion. Um but and it's funny because I was having a hard time writing to that song, and I had wrote it like a couple of hours before the like studio session. And and this is just for you guys show, like I had broke like it's basically it's 4 verses but short verses, and I like broke it down on purpose because it was easier to write like a couple bars and just to keep just rapping straight through. So I just broke it down like that, you know, and so that I can have the hook heard more times than like the verses, you know.
So before we end this,
Oh,
before I've been Jai dominant. You know what I'm saying? Everybody they do have questions, but when it comes to punching in, how uncomfortable was that for you as a pure writer?
Oh, it's always a little difficult because you gotta match that same energy, you know, and you just gotta maintain the momentum of the previous part of the song.
Man, that's dope, bro. I digress, man. Anybody else got any questions for the man of the hour?
Um, I want to know who is your top three hip hop albums. Your
Top
top
three
three hip hop albums.
hip
What's
hop
in your
albums.
playlist? Yeah.
Oh man. Who? Me Against the World, Tupac. Hmm. Me the the Eminem show. The Eminem show and number three I would say Ready or Die. No. I take that back. I take that back. Me Against the World, The Chronic, and the Eminem show.
I respect the fact that you even can
Okay.
answer
Well,
that
they're
question.
different. Now I'm gonna switch it up. I want you. Drew, I want you to give me top three R&B, but instead of just the ones you like, I want you to tell me which three R&B albums explain who you are as a person.
Oh snap!
Oh, I like that.
Oh wow, that's a good question. Okay, that's on like the music SAT questions. Okay, let's see. R&B and not that I like, but that explains me. Um, and I'm so random, like I'm young, but I be reaching back to old school. Like I be listening to a lot of old school stuff. So like my answers might surprise y'all. Um, don't be cruel. I really like the energy of that album. Like the energy of that album is like unmatched to me. That's one. Um, two. Um, you say R&B. Two. I would say that the Usher. What was the Confessions? Confessions because how open he was and like vulnerable on that album. Like I can relate to that. In number three, um, number three would be I would say I don't know the name of the album, but um one of Brent Faiyaz's R&B albums because he's a newer guy that like he has an older sound, like a 90s sound. So those are my three.
Okay, what was your first one again? I missed it because I had to tend to some children. What was the first one?
The first one was Bobby Brown, Don't Be Cruel. I really like the energy of that album.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
So random.
okay, okay.
Hey, look, now listen. When you named your top three, K
Uh-huh.
Quick was shaking his head until it almost head butted the camera. That man is tough. Hey, listen, you talk about
Oh,
the villain in the white mask right here.
uh-huh.
So evidently, y'all got some kinship or kindred spirit that's going on. You hear me? Hey,
Okay,
listen,
okay.
hey, villain, we listening. Hey, look, we waiting on you, bro.
What's poppin'? How's everybody doing?
How you doing, man?
This is
Good.
actually the first thing I said during this whole episode. I just popped in.
Yeah, he was frozen the whole time, and
What's
I was
going
like, "Yo,
on?
is he there? Is that a picture?" Okay.
No, it's me. I'm here.
Okay, Batman.
No, I rock with your selection. Yeah,
Right.
I rock with your selection. That is,
Oh,
you have
thanks,
very good taste in your musical selection. I
thanks,
approve.
man. Charge this phone.
Indeed.
So let's go
Well,
into your comedy a little bit because would you consider your comedy the third part of you? Because you said it's acting, then your music, or was music the third? Which one was which order
Now
was
it's
it?
funny because comedy was first, initially like I've done a lot of stuff like musically, but people always like, yo, you Tony Cobain, the comedian. I'll be like, yeah, I've done more stuff than comedy now, but now I started comedy at like the first time I did stand up. I was like, wait, I was 16. That was the first time I did stand up. 15 or 16. And like I was really doing the comedy like really hard until like I was a sophomore at Howard, and then I like somehow got into music. Then comedy kind of like took the back seat for the moment.
Okay, so what would you prefer if you had to choose between these three routes? Which would you rather sit in and just drive in?
Acting, acting, yeah,
Why acting?
because with acting, um, I get to live through different people's perspective, and that's fun. That's really fun. Like I can do things in their world that I can't do in real life.
What's crazy about comedians, rappers, is that they are very into changing over. Y'all, you guys are artists. You dig what I'm saying? So you have to take the canvas and paint it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Sometimes you have to be the court jester. You have to be witty enough in order to transfer that energy into a laugh.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Which one is the hardest thing to do, man? Rap and impress people or tell a joke and impress people?
Woo! Oh man. Oh, oh shoot. So it's like now I've been doing stand up like so long that it's kind of like natural because it's like stand up comedy. Like once you're a comedian, you're always a comedian. A true comedian. So it's like I could be in Whole Foods just like cracking jokes and going through a routine. It's like second nature. But I would I would say comedy is the hardest, but rapping was the hardest for me. The reason I say comedy is the hardest is because with comedy, it's just you and a microphone on stage. You can't rely on no, like you don't have a band, like no pre-written raps you recorded, or like it's not more than one take. It's just you on stage. It better be funny. If it's not, they're gonna let you know. But and the reason I say rap was harder for me is because people like knew me as a comic and they was like, oh, he trying to rap. Like we not gonna take him serious. Like people just started taking me serious this year as a rapper, and like I've been rapping for 3 years. Yeah. I don't know what they thought. They thought it was gonna be like some Weird Al. What's the guy? Weird Al
Weird
Weird
Al
Al
Yankovic, some
Yankovic.
Yankovic.
bitch.
That was my favorite rapper
That
back
was
then.
my
Just
Weird
just
Al is
beat
my
it.
guy,
Mine
Yeah,
yo.
too.
that's my guy.
Yeah,
That's my guy, man.
definitely. We all agree on him.
Wait, hello.
I got two friends that look just like Weird Al, but
We
that's
hear
neither
you.
here nor there.
Man, it's all
Hello.
good, man. So listen, if you're still there, are you there? You back? You back? You back? You ain't on no prepaid cell phone, are you, bro? It's like, no, I'm fucking with you. Hey, look,
Hey, hold on. Before you go do that, I got one question because I always wanted to ask a comedian this. How the hell do you know what jokes to come to the stage with? Because it's really a risk when you come up there. You know what I'm saying? So, like, do you test them out with family and friends and get some raw feedback?
We
We
lost
lost
him.
him.
Hold on. Oh man, what happened? Oh,
He said he couldn't hear
oh,
anything. He's probably gonna try to come back
there you
in.
go.
yeah,
We
it's
good.
all good. Is he in the lobby?
Yeah, hold on.
So everybody at home, of course, you can always catch us at the No Filter Show TV. Oh man, he's back. All right, y'all.
It's just that when I had to like refresh, my
Yes.
fault.
You good? So what I was
Rock was
asking
asking you a
was,
question.
how do you know what jokes to come to the stage with? Like, do you test them out with your family and friends, or do you just be like, "Fuck it, that shit sound funny. I'm about to just say it."
Yeah, I actually never tested jokes out on people. Like, I mean, I kind of do it now, like subconsciously, and I'd be like, oh yeah, that's kind of funny. I should write that down. And like people like friends and stuff, they like, oh that's funny, you should write that down. But like up until this point, like I would write something, I'm like, I know this is funny. This is funny. And I remember one time I wrote this killer set. I thought it was amazing. I was like 18 years old. And I did this venue. And this venue was tough. Like I think I bombed it like 3 times. Like I did good like once there. Then I bombed like 3 times. And then I had to do this venue and I was like, oh, here we go. And then so I had this killer set. I knew it was hilarious. So like I was like, yo, this is the realest stuff I ever wrote. I knew it was funny. I went on stage. Nobody laughed. I was like, damn, okay. Wow.
So how do you bounce back after a performance like that? Because you know what I'm saying. Of course I look at it like a football player fumbling the ball, or you know what I'm saying, a drop pass. How do you get your nerves together to go back and be like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna get back in there?
I cried. Not the first time I really
That's too light skin, bro. That's too light. You said you cried.
He had to get that
I'm
in
not
You say
that
you
nervous
cried.
energy
I'm
out.
not
It's
gonna
Stop,
lie to you
stop,
definitely
guys.
stop.
okay to cry.
I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The first time, like I bombed at 17. That was the first time I bombed, and I ran home and I did cry. I'm not lying to you guys. I like threw away my composition book, and I was like, I quit. I can't do this. And then I quit for like
Wow.
6 months, and then but bombing comes with stand up. Everybody bombs. Like Dave
Mm.
Chappelle still bombs.
Straight up.
Everybody bombs. But what happened with that particular show, this set, I thought it was so funny. And I was like, man, I know this is funny. So this was a Thursday when I bombed. I had this show Tuesday, the following Tuesday, and this was a big venue. Like at the time, this was the biggest thing. It was this comedy club in downtown DC. It was called. It's not there anymore. It was the Riot Act Comedy Club. It was on 11th, I believe 11th and East Street. It's called Penn Social, Penn Quarter, or something now if it's still open.
Penn Social.
Penn
Yeah,
Social.
but they 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 had this it was a Riot Act Comedy Club, and they had this downstairs. It was this big room, and I was booked to perform there on a Tuesday. And when I got there, it was a packed crowd. It was like the most I've seen at that time. It had to be like 80 to 100 people. I was like, oh snap. And I'm going in with the same exact set that I just bombed with on Thursday. Same exact set. And I'm like, I hope they think it's funny. So I use the same exact set, same punchlines, same inflections, and it killed. It killed. That at the time. That was one of my best shows. It like they loved it. Like they said, I like my set was the best of the night. And what I learned from that is that you gotta measure the temperature of the room. Because some people um it's just based off preference. Some people like other things and some people don't. It's just that simple.
So let me ask you this. What was did you learn anything from that? Did you have to do you know how to work the room prior to going on stage? Like, did you hang out in the audience, or you know what I mean? Did you notice like a difference in the climate? Because I've been to
Yeah.
Penn Social, so some days it changes. You did.
Yeah, I kind of that's kind of what I do. Like I would just like kind of survey the crowd, do like mental notes, and just I try to like interact with the crowd. Like I remember like going up to some tables like, hey, like I'm Tony and I'm gonna be performing tonight. Basically, it's like politics in a sense. You kind of like you winning them over. know, vote for me, laugh for me. You know.
Oh God,
It's
don't say
funny you
vote.
said it's funny you, but no, it's funny you say that you do that because one of my favorite. I went to see one of my favorite comedians in DC, and he does that too. And his name is Aries Spears. When Aries
Oh,
Spears
Aries.
does a
Okay.
show, yeah, when Aries does a show, he
Uh-huh.
doesn't even wait to come out on stage. He's like walking around in the crowd or whatnot, just posted up against the
Uh,
wall, like measure, like casing
huh.
everything out or whatnot. Like
Yep.
I'm sitting, I'm sitting at my table. I turn around, he's standing right there, like, oh,
Day.
he's here behind me.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, so it's like so.
Wait.
So yeah, so
Damn.
it is kind of so even larger, even bigger name people actually take the direct approach as you do. So
Yeah.
that's definitely a way of casing it out.
And also too, I always feel as though like there's a wall between entertainers and the people. If you're a rapper, actor, comedian, I always feel like it's a wall. Like most people can't just walk up to Drake. you know, most people just can't walk up to Eddie Murphy. you know, so like I like with me, like no matter like how big I get, like I don't want a wall. I don't want a wall. I want to be accessible to the people, because like at the end of the day, you serving the people, like
Hmm.
if you don't stand up comedy, they they come at the end of the week or whenever they come to the show, they come to you because they may have had a long week. They could be going through stuff. They just want to laugh. They want to enjoy themselves, and that's why like I never crack on the audience, like unless like a heckler says something first. But like in my routine, I never like try to demean anybody in the audience because I think that's like mean. Like you they come, they paying to see you, but you cracking on them, and I seen so many situations where that turns sideways.
I feel you, but sometimes they be asking for it. You don't come to the
Oh
comedy
yeah,
show with a
yeah,
big ass fuzzy suit on. You know what I'm saying? Expect
yeah,
nobody never
yeah,
say nothing.
yeah. If it's
I've
if
gotten into it with comedians before, bro, being immature. What was your worst situation?
my worst situation, um, as far as like me and the audience, um, hmm, oh shit, this one I was still fresh. I think this was my first summer. I was like, no, I was 17. I was 17, and me and my friend Mark, he would always come with me to the shows. So I was performing in the back of this pizza place. Like they had a stage, and then they converted the back of the pizza place. It was like Thursdays or Wednesdays or something, comedy nights. And the crowd, it was probably like 15 people in the audience. And it was this host, I cannot remember his name, but it was this white guy. And he's emceeing, he's hosting. It's him, and it's like me and maybe two other comics. And there's one other comic, he was like, "Oh, this is my first night trying to stand up." And I was like, "Oh shit." And so the MC, he got into it with a woman in the crowd. And it got to a point where the lady in the crowd was just getting him. I was like, damn, I was feeling bad for the host, and I was like, God damn, this is tough. And so the MC, he just like said, you know what, fuck it, I don't have to do this. Here, take this damn mic. And he just threw me the mic and was like, I had to finish hosting like the rest of the 45 to hour show. And I was like, and mind you, I only got like 5 minutes of material. And so I'm like, oh shit. And then I couldn't rely on the other two comics because the other one of the comics, that was his first time. And I think it was just me and that other comic, now that I think about it. So it was two comics, me and the other guy, and that was his first time. And then so they just like he threw me the mic because I was coming on first. And he was like, you know what, host the rest of this shit. I don't need this, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay. I was like, anybody want to try stand up tonight? And it was so awkward. I had to like really just bullshit. I was ill prepared, even though I had my amount of time I was supposed to do. I had to like just BS and host the rest of the show. That was super awkward.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah.
So, so we appreciate you for coming on the show. Let people know where we can find you at.
Oh, I'm on Instagram and my Twitter is I am Tony Cobain, IAMTonyCobain. Twitter, I mean Facebook, Tony Cobain. YouTube, the Tony Cobain Show, TonyCobainShow.com. I got an OnlyFans. I'm joking. Um,
I'm
We
working on
wouldn't
mine.
judge you if you did.
but no, that's I am Tony Cobain. Like you can message me, like I'll respond to everything. I'm a very approachable person. I like kind bars and veggie burgers.
Hey,
Oh
bro,
man, my
I
Me
bad.
too.
really, hey, hey, bro, we really genuinely appreciate you, man. This will not be the last time. I am for sure.
I appreciate
Um,
you guys, man. I like this, man.
Man, definitely, bro.
No
Definitely,
problem,
bro.
man.
Anytime, man, hit us up. Hit up Rock. Hit up the
Yeah, thank you
Phoenix.
so much.
Hit up the
Okay.
villain in the white mask, aka K Quick, man. Hit up Just Star, man. They all, man. Hey, look,
Hey,
make
who
sure you
is the
hit us
guy?
up,
Like,
bro.
who's the person right here? I've been looking at since I logged in. Tailor made rock with the sideburns.
Well, all right.
Oh
Well,
no, hey, I'm gonna
I
look
feel,
at
I
that.
feel like
hey,
That's his picture.
can
That's a
I?
picture he
Let
put.
me.
I
Matter of
feel like
fact,
he.
I'm glad. Can I
I
ask you something? That picture right there. Does that look like a 19-year-old person to you?
one he's okay. I got two things about that picture. One, he's not 19. He at least he going on 40. Two,
Thank you. I'm not the only one who said that. Thank you.
Oh
two,
shit.
and two. I think I think he tried to sell me some Febreze at the gas station. It was like
Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Hold
yo,
on.
I'm not joking. This is not me being comedian Tony Cobain. I've been looking at him like the whole time. I was like, yo, this is because I need
He
some more.
does
Look,
have
let
one
me
of
tell
those
you, I'm sitting in
faces.
my car right now. I need some
Oh,
more. Like,
yo.
look, wait, you see this? He's so I think that's the dude. You see the
I ain't
like the
going
white
front. He
skin?
look like the type of dude who would do some shit like
Yeah,
that.
You still got the
Oh,
fingerprints
walk
on
around
there?
with the book bag. Walking around with the book bag.
You
I
still got the
do.
fingerprints on that
No,
joint? Don't touch
he
it.
be on he be in
Better
the
drop
street with
that
a
shit.
he be in the street with sweats and some white and a white beater on, just swelling.
Off
Yeah,
the boat.
funny.
You understand?
Yeah, man, I got some crazy pictures as my profile don't depending on my mood. So as you can see, that's how I'm feeling today.
He was one of the hosts, and I was about to say thank you, and I need some more
Man, it's all good, man. Thanks, Tony, man.
And we
And
appreciate you.
congratulations for the nomination yet
Yes,
again.
Most
sir.
definitely, man.
Fire! Congrats, my guy.
Hey, look, do me a favor, man. Hit up Chad, man. I talked to him yesterday, but hit up Chad because he's next up on the interview list, man. He has to come on. Him and Castro, Amber Castro, man, of course. Yeah, bro. Hey, look,
And
you
she
muted, bro. You
won.
muted. You muted, bro.
We can hear shit you saying.
We can't even hear
Hey,
you.
bro, you a mime.
Oh shit! No, I'm
You go in and out. But
damn it.
put it in the chat. We'll say it for you.
Right.
Okay,
You get
My
it.
guy.
All
Hey,
right.
man, but everybody put it together for Tony Cobain, y'all.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, bro. Have a good one, man.
Much love.
Hey, that was dope. Yeah, that was
Aye.
super dope. Hey, look, we are, if you just tuning in, we are the No Filter Show, and we're back with G.I. Mo, the man who doesn't believe in voting, but low key campaign for Trump. Let's get to it.
Tony said, hold on. Tony said, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate you guys and I wish y'all nothing but success. Thank you,
All right,
Much
Tony.
Thank you,
love,
thank you,
much
Man,
Tony.
we
man.
thank you,
love,
bro. Thank you so
much
much,
love,
man.
Tony.
So
Funny
quick.
cat.
Let me
Very
tell.
inquisitive people, man. Hey, look, y'all really. Hey, look, that was dynamic, man. Hey, look, I didn't think we was gonna stretch it that. You know what I'm saying? That far, man. It was a
Yeah,
very dope interview, man. I really appreciate y'all for even asking those questions.
Especially
hey,
the
Yeah.
hey,
music question star. That was very unexpected. It was very informative.
Oh,
yeah.
I
Star
was
B.
gonna.
Oh yeah.
Don't,
Yeah.
don't try to duck what I just said though. Quick, let me fill you in on this bullshit real quick. So
Please,
AI gonna
please
sit
do.
up here. AI gonna sit up here and get mad because we all had kind of share the same view. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know what the fuck the electoral college is really for, and popular vote really doesn't matter. So I don't vote, and we
Okay.
one of the same, right? But he's gonna get mad and condemn
We brothers.
Star because light skinned nation. You know what I'm saying? But gonna condemn Star because she's gonna vote for Uncle Joe. But if you don't believe in
Well,
the system,
I
why do you care?
Keep in mind, though, I don't agree with having an electoral college either, but I feel like plenty of people fought, to vote. So I'm going to keep voting until they do away with it. But yeah, he was a little
No, no.
salty,
I
a
will
little
say
salt
this.
bag.
I
My
will say
only
this.
thing
at the
is,
same, I'll say
Hold on.
this.
Before you go quick, real quick, let me say this. People, listen. If you're going to vote, you dig what I'm saying. Vote is more than presidents. The presidential vote. There's people. There's an undercard. You dig what I'm saying. So that's the only other side of the coin. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I'll say when it comes to voting, and I'm assuming you're just talking about president and presidential because because folks, when it comes to local elections, vote for them shits for real, vote. But but anyhow,
Please.
when it comes to presidential elections, if anybody wants to vote, vote. It's no, they're not wrong for voting. They're not, if they don't want to vote, they're not wrong for not voting. That's surely, that's basically a choice. You know, I myself, I even voted, even I disagree with the electoral college. I don't, but I disagree. I disagree with it. I believe that it cancels out the people and all that, but still, I voted. I voted with my mother. We did it at the same time. Because she wanted me to do it with her, so I did it. And I wanted to with her, but I don't see nothing wrong with what Star did or what she said personally.
I actually have what I feel is a better question centered on the same topic. So I just got my I guess you would call it my ballot in the mail yesterday. So
Mm-hmm.
I think a bigger question is knowing what's going on and knowing that, Trump essentially snatched that money from the US Postal Service. Is it better to go ahead on and try to mail in your vote or to go to the polls on that day? What do you think will actually get your vote counted?
I don't know because I don't care right now. But
Woo!
realistically, hey, look, and I gotta no, but I do agree with everybody else. Well, at least Rock for once. We are part of the Light Skin Coalition and my man K Quick.
Right on.
I will challenge your opinions, but at the same time, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to have a difference of opinion. My thing
And
was that I sounded salty because I have to defend myself, Rock, and I have to defend myself, Star, because the reason why it sounded like I was salty is because I was trying to get somebody out there that might be pressured, somebody that might have a person like me in their ear. You dig what I'm saying? That
Mm,
doesn't see the validity in voting on the higher platforms. You dig what I'm saying? Or the higher processes. I think
we
that
know
I
why
agree
you
with.
did it, sucker.
the fact that
I
you
agree
the
with.
fact
Hey,
the
look.
fact that the fact that you and Rock agree explains why it's raining so hard outside. Something is
Hey,
wrong
bro,
in the
it is about the.
Yes,
universe.
Hey, look,
sir.
hey, me and Rock done built the ark, motherfucker. Hey, look, where the elephants? We need two of every kind on that motherfucker. You understand me? But yeah, yeah. Hey, look. So it seems like I'm disagreeing, but in all honesty, and everybody out there, man, listen, is no wrong in voting. The thing is that don't
None.
let the theater of the mind let you
hmm
concentrate on just the presidency. See, we haven't talked about DAs. We haven't talked about anything else that really truly affects us because the people that are about to be in office are going to be a former DA and a person that authored the three strikes law. You dig what I'm saying? So we do have to be very careful because zebras don't change their stripes. You dig? So I digress, y'all. My bad.
I want to
For
say,
one, go ahead,
listen,
sir.
what AI just said before that point was no different than Bill Clinton's I did not have sexual relations with that woman. What he said was, my views do not represent the no filter show as a
I fucked
whole.
that horse. I did fuck the horse, but you ain't see it. You ain't see it. You did not see it.
We heard it though. That
Oh
motherfucker
my
was
God,
Yo,
man.
hold
What
up
am I gonna
now.
do
Hold
with
up.
y'all,
Who's
bro?
in the stable now? Who's in the
Love
stable?
us and keep attacking us.
The only thing I will say to people when they do vote, actually take time and research the person you are voting for. You know, actually research their backstory, their history, and so on and so forth, so you can make the sound judgment on whether or not they are qualified for the job before you just jump on bandwagons and say, I'm voting for this person because I don't like this person we got, or I like how he talks better than him. At least actually read like it's like we are the ones hiring them. They're applying for the job. Look over their resume before you scribble in that little circle. That's all I ask, because some people blindly go to these polls and blindly throw these votes out there. So if you, and this goes presidential and locally, this is all around. Know who you're voting for. That's all.
Yeah, definitely. I want to say before we get off of this subject, because it seems like we're going to just leave it where it's at. I want to
hmm
say that Trump recently showed that he is a great strategist. I'll tell you why I said that. I'm going to make this really quick. So, when he first got into office, he said that he was going to give up all his businesses, right? We later found out that he didn't do that. Some of them he put in his son in law's name and let his daughter run, but never let go of. But with this current situation where they finally, after asking for the whole 4 years, got their hands on his tax returns, and this man only paid $750 in taxes and then got a job that requires him to never pay taxes again. If that ain't the biggest FU finger to the IRS, I'm like, ain't nothing y'all can do about that. Y'all can't go after him like y'all going after me. Like, what the? I couldn't
But
even
let me ask you
fathom that
this:
somebody would play that game. Like, OMG,
if
I'm just blown away.
all right, so everybody's mad, and it's just a real quick question. Could you blame them though? If you could pull that same move on the IRS, wouldn't you?
I'm not
I
blaming
think
him.
that
I'm not even mad. I'm just shocked.
hold up now. But why are you shocked? Because listen, when bankruptcy was popular, white people benefited. When black people started catching on to bankruptcy, because we do have somebody down here that does taxes. I'm not gonna say no names, okay? But it's obvious that we are the only ones that are afraid to play the emotional game and the business game in order to gain for our families. Now, this is a lineage, okay? This is a lineage that may stem from white supremacy, which it does naturally because his father supposedly was a member of the KKK. But without that even being in the equation, he was white and he was over here. So therefore, he had a head start. He came over here, he bought land, he was able to do what he wanted to do. Is there something wrong with if you are a black person playing the game? Now we see this in the PJs. We see this, you know what I'm saying? I got family that has played the game for 20 years, but they still stuck in the PJs because they are looking at you. You dig what I'm saying? But if you are to play that vital game, wouldn't you? Don't you want to win at all costs? Or do you keep praying to God and hoping that he relieves you of all your stress, he or she?
Well, let me tell you something.
Neither.
Real talk, real talk. I'm a business owner. When it's tax time, oh, I try to get every single credit and loophole that I can get. You get what I'm
Discretion.
saying? Now, so all my
Don't
shit.
back off now.
Oh no, you caught me off guard. Now my shit legit. You can order my shit. You know what I'm saying? All my shit legit. I got receipts for everything. You know what I'm saying? I just know how to recycle my money. You feel me? That's the
Yeah.
difference between me and most business owners. People take their profit and just blow it. No, I reinvest it. You dig what I'm saying? So I can write off the money that I just made. Man, I ain't gonna tell my secrets. Get it.
Please don't, bro.
Mm-mm.
But we do. Hey, look, listen now. Hey, listen. We can always do a show. We can always do a separate show on that. Preferably in private. If anybody wants to meet up, y'all can inbox anybody on this platform, and we can formulate a plan.
Shit. Don't
But I
inbox me.
think
I'm an
that
introvert. I don't talk, I don't like people. It's like, no, I'm playing.
I feel you. I
I
feel
was about to say that.
you. I feel you. But is there a certain amount of fear amongst people of color that if we do play the game like them, that there's no way out?
I think it is because I think a lot of us have a fear that somebody's gonna come after, particularly the IRS, are gonna come after us if we try to get the all the discounts or all the itemizations, all the putting all the receipts in and all that stuff. We honestly feel that the IRS is gonna come after us because we feel like we're doing something wrong when in fact you're not. As long as you can prove, excuse me, as long as you can prove your point, I'm sorry, prove what you're doing and it's for your business, you're fine.
Yep.
So,
So are we scared? It's just like voting for the lesser evil.
No, we're not scared.
Are we
The
scared?
problem
Period.
the problem is people overdo it and draw attention to themselves. You feel me? When people that's what people mess up with taxes. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that they actually can come out good if they actually do it the right way. You know what I'm saying? But when you on there lying, you know what I'm saying, slicing your what you made and slicing, you know what I'm saying, your the money that you spent for the business, like they're gonna be like, hold on, Slim. There is no way in the world that you made $250, but you spent $8,000 in supplies. Like it just doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I'm
Like,
glad you touched on that because I want to tell everybody, that's the reason that I'm going through what I'm going through now. And it wasn't that I was cheating the system or whatever, but you trust somebody that says, oh, I have my own tax business, I'm licensed, I'm a preparer. You give them everything. And then when the IRS is looking like, well, wait a minute, you discover that things wasn't what they were supposed to be. Like for instance, when I was filing my taxes with H&R Block, everything that they returned to me had their logo on it. You know what I mean? It said H&R Block, prepared by so and so from H&R Block, things of that nature. But then when you're just dealing with a person that's telling you don't really know, and at the end of the day, the penalties and things like that fall on you. And it wasn't until I started receiving notices in the mail that I even went back in my email and I'm like, damn, she didn't put her name nowhere. So to them, it looks like I did this all myself. And then you turn in every bit of information that you have to that person and they don't even return it to you and charging you exorbitant amounts of fees to do it and ultimately screw you in the end. So everybody, my advice would be very, very careful of who you trust with your tax information because it can bite you in the booty later.
I want to know what $170,000 worth of ass feels like, because that's what he paid.
What?
$170,000 to Stormy Daniels. That has to be the bombest
Lord
piece of coochie anybody has known the man.
it was
nah,
labeled
I
as
would
it
say,
was labeled as physical therapy.
hey, I would say it's the loudest piece of
Physical
booty.
therapy. Really?
Can somebody tell me? $170,000, and she almost told on him.
Almost. She told. It was
She
the
ain't tell her
loudest piece of
everything.
booty.
She ain't tell her everything. I
She
think that
made sure to tell everybody he wasn't packing much.
Oh, hold on. Speaking of telling, Tory Lanez just dropped this project and he told a lot.
perfect segue, bro.
love to say it.
Thank you. Shabam sauce. Let's get it. So did y'all listen to the album?
Yeah.
I
No.
Yeah.
damn sure did intently. Yeah.
I did.
What's
I listened to a few of the tracks. I didn't get through the whole joint of it yet for obvious
okay?
reasons, but I listened to some of it. Yes.
Okay, so we've been talking about this Tory Lane situation, Tory Meg situation since the story broke. We all had our opinions about it, and it's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like I was kind of feeling like maybe the nigga did it. You know what I'm saying? But it didn't quite make sense to me when Meg came out and did what she did. It was always something
Mm-hmm.
skeptical. The biggest thing that was sketchy to me in the story, you know what I'm saying? Like if he did it, you know what I'm saying? Why didn't she say anything? You know what I'm saying? Like she was the victim, whatever. I always thought it was something fishy, something sketchy. So real quick, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold on. Why is there two Jet Stars? There's a Jet Star in the lobby. I don't know what the hell is going on here.
It might be her in the lobby, bro. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. 'Cause
Mm-hmm.
last time we seen
All right, then.
Yeah.
201 people, it was kind of
So
weird.
let's go for it. Let's go for
Well,
it.
I will
So
say
I
one.
Mhm.
All right. Well, no. One thing in the first track, I forgot the name of it, but I think it was the first track on the album. He
It was
said
called.
something. When
What was it
he
called?
basically threw it all out there, but he said something eerily close to what AI said when we were last discussing this,
Hmm.
and he basically said, and this is not what I'm saying. He didn't say it word for word like this, but he basically said how you get shot in the foot, but then no bones or tendons got hit, basically.
Hmm.
And AI
It was
said
called.
something very close to that, you know. So, hey, I'm like, well,
Now listen. Now
That was
listen, bro.
in
AK quick.
that was in Money Over Fallouts, by the way.
that one. It was that one. Like that, and that was
Now
the
you
first one that I heard too. So yeah.
now you have the playlist, bro. So you know what I'm saying. Some of the quotes and some of the ideals that we have are not the viewpoints of this show. We are just reviewing this. This is non-biased. We do not take a side. We do not care
Correct.
about Tory Lanez nor Megan the Stallion. You understand what I'm saying? This has nothing to do with us small timers right here. But we have to be realistic. You have to be realistic. The one thing that stuck out to me on the album is that you remember what happened to Prince and Michael Jackson once you got your
Hmm.
masters. Anybody want to reiterate that? Anybody want to go into detail of that? Unpack that statement right there,
First of all, when I
please.
heard that, that shut my eyebrows all the way up. I was like,
That
oh, so
yeah.
he's getting his stuff, and now all of a sudden, the tear down. I don't, you know, I don't really have much to say about this because honestly, I don't care. Um, but listening to his album, it sounds like he's innocent. Sounds that way.
Mm,
And I can't say that he's not. The only thing I can say is there's three sides to every story. Her
facts.
side, his side, and the truth is usually a combination of both,
Hmm.
minus something. So that's all I'm gonna say about it. But from what I heard from the album, he's saying he didn't do it. He still has feelings for her. He would love to be back with her. He's hurt. We all know that Meg is hurt. I just really wish everything would just get situated and they can just move forward.
This is the scary
Well,
part
Um,
about it. Hmm?
I was gonna
what?
say,
Go ahead.
for me, like I said, I didn't listen to it. The key points that I'm getting now is from you all. And the Michael Jackson Prince statement, I feel like that's a little bit left to me only because
What?
before,
What?
Hold on.
oh, Jesus,
Here
before
we go.
this Megan situation, Tory Lanez had been accused 3 times of domestic violence against women. One time I think he pled out. He wasn't per se found guilty, but I believe he pled out. So for me, when I look at it, I'm like, are you only saying that now that you're going for your masters, your bones are falling out of the closet? Because it makes me think of the Bill Cosby situation. I actually watched that and I read the transcripts from his deposition, and he didn't really say that he wasn't guilty. His only recourse was that was the industry standard. Everybody was giving women quaaludes then, but it
Hold
was a
on
big
now.
thing. And no, hold on. It was a big thing in the black community because everybody was
Ooh.
saying, oh, they're
No,
going
because
after
all of the
Bill.
women there were white. So that's not say it was the black community
Well,
because
see,
all of
with
the
you,
women that went at
well,
him
see,
was white.
Well, see, and that's the difference because with you, everything is black and white. At the end of the day, Bill Cosby is a powerful man. He made a lot of money. He ran in powerful circles. So, how many black women other than his wife is he going to be exposed to? What matters is he feels like Harvey Weinstein and the rest of them was doing it, so he felt that he was powerful enough to do it too, and that was wrong. You
Now
don't
I
give
have
up
to
your
say this.
morals for your money. The point
I
that I
don't
was
think
getting
that.
at when I before.
Oh God. First thing, we don't know. We don't know.
And
But
that
the
might
one
have
thing we
been
can
their
argue is what
motivation, but
ifs.
you can't let go of the fact that you did those things. So you basically screwed yourself in the booty with no Vaseline. You can't fault nobody but yourself for your actions. That's my
So
simple
that
point.
would be as unfair as me saying that the man has a Caribbean background. Tory Lanez has a Caribbean background. Do all
You
Caribbean
consider
people,
Canada
do
Caribbean?
all Caribbean men, do all Caribbean men beat their women and F them up?
Since when is
That's how
Canada
you're
the
sounding right
Caribbean?
now. That's how you're sounding.
Since when is
He is from
Canada the
Jamaica.
Caribbean? No,
His
he's not.
family is
He's
from
from
Jamaica.
Canada. No,
He's
wrong
from
again.
Canada, but
Canadian.
his family has a first generation. He's first gen Canadian.
So what you're telling me is if you were Jamaican and
Canadian.
everything in the
Canadian.
house that you ate was curry, you're cooking with curry because of that, or you've stopped eating curry because of that.
All I'm
Everybody is
saying
in charge
is,
of their own damn actions. It doesn't matter where they're from or
all
where
I'm
their
saying
family is
is
from.
that you're talking about patterns. Okay, you're talking about patterns. It's
I
very
told you what he
loosely.
sounded like. That's not a pattern. I said what he said reminds me of. I didn't call it a pattern. God damn it.
Oh,
I'm gonna smack
Okay.
you
When
upside
you
your
when you
head.
brought up the three prior abuse
Correct.
allegations, that's a pattern.
Mm.
That may very well be, but at the same token, this man up there just said, like, what, 10 minutes ago, a zebra can't change his stripes. So why is it
yeah.
different for Tory Lanez?
So let me ask you this: are all of the things that you're saying are alleged, right? Has he ever been charged with anything?
He was charged.
Yeah,
I just said he pled out.
Was he convicted?
He pled out.
But was he convicted?
no,
He
he's actually
pled out.
he's charged right now. He's actually doing court on October 13th.
No, we're talking about the prior charges that she's saying allegedly happened.
Do you know
Oh,
what
Like,
pled out is?
that's not an admittance of guilt.
Okay,
That's
and it's
because
not
I don't feel
necessarily
like I'm gonna
proclaiming your
pay her.
innocence either.
I'm gonna pay somebody money to shut the hell up so I can move on with my career because I don't have time to spend tens of millions of dollars on court fees and all that stuff. People will take the easy route out.
Okay, and I'm not disputing that, but you said that's not an admission of guilt, and I said it's also not proclaiming your innocence either. If I'm going to went to jail and they telling me I stole a car and I know I didn't steal a car, me personally, I'm gonna fight it out in court. Some people not. The point is that doesn't say that I'm innocent if I decide that I'm gonna pay the money. You asking me about his guilt? Only him, and the young lady accusing him would know if he's guilty. But he surely didn't stand up unequivocally and say, I'm innocent.
Who does that? You can't do it in court. You no black male can stand up in court and say I'm innocent, and somebody believes him.
So here's my
OJ
question.
couldn't
Are
do it.
you
Nobody ever did it.
Man,
No
that's because
black male has
OJ.
ever stood up in
That's
court and
because
said
that's
I'm
because
innocent.
OJ did it.
I was gonna say I'm not even gonna touch on OJ.
Hey, bro, you
OJ
can't
did
The
say
it.
you
glove
can't say
didn't fit.
statements like that because he won the court
The
case. You gotta say
glove,
Man, look.
the
allegedly he did it.
glove
You
Let
have
me tell you. Let me
didn't
to
tell you
be
something.
fit.
careful about legal issues, bro. You
It's
cannot just say things like that.
it's a fact that the gloves did not go down. One because he had fucking latex gloves on, but who am I but just a man that just
Johnny Cochran said, if the glove didn't fit, you must have
you
quit.
must have quit.
And in front of all those witnesses and a jury of his peers, he couldn't get the damn glove on smoothly.
Basically, what we're going through right now. And I'm glad. Hey, look, and Star. Hey, look, I'm glad her phone hung up because basically what we're going through right now is that She's listening
When
to
we talking
hearsay
about, oh,
too.
okay.
But
Oh
and
no,
just like
wait a minute.
Zena said,
You're
is
not gonna
that
gang up on Saba.
there's
We gonna
never been
add
a known
some more.
black male. There's never been a known black male to make an album about something he guilty of in America. I get it. I
Facts.
get
R.
it.
Kelly,
Hold on,
R.
what?
I
Kelly,
get it. R.
R.
Man,
Kelly
Kelly,
R.
the
made
Kelly
that
only
made it.
song,
fool that made
and
an
I
album.
admit it.
But yeah, R. Kelly
there you go.
R. Kelly didn't go make a song explaining his innocence. He made a song explaining why he did it. He like,
Yeah.
yeah, I did it. I'm guilty. But what about this, and I did it because of that, and all of this over here. He made a 30-minute admission. So, and
He didn't
that's
really
out for the
admit to
public.
shit the whole song.
I heard what I heard. But and that's a different episode. We can play the song and pick it apart all we
Okay.
want. That's
So
gonna
let's
take
pick
up
this
3
apart.
hours.
So let's do this. Let's do this for the ladies. For the ladies. I want both of you to answer this. Have you ever seen a real gunshot wound in person?
I've seen pictures because I was a juror.
I've seen it in person.
Okay. Now describe it to me from a ricochet to shrapnel because I'm ex-military. I know what shrapnel does. I know what everything looks like. Explain to me what you saw from shrapnel alone, just a ricochet. Just it just so happens to split in half and hit a person. What does it do?
How you gonna ask? Have we seen a gunshot wound and then jump to shrapnel? What the hell is that?
Because with a
I think
Reel it
gunshot
it's
in.
wound,
Reel
I
it
think
in.
he
okay.
means.
So
I
I'm
think he
gonna
means
do this. I'm gonna do
fragments.
this. No. I'm gonna do this for you. I'm gonna do this for you because evidently you ain't never experienced nothing, right? So what I'm gonna do for you, I'm gonna explain to you that a bomb and a bullet is the same thing. It's just a smaller scale. It's a
A
microcosm of what
projectile. I
a
agree.
no. It's an
No.
explosion. Period. We're not worried about the projectiles because anything can become a projectile once an explosion happens. It moves air. It's a
I
ballistic.
was just saying that. Okay, you
Now,
look. Let's get to the bottom line. You trying to ask me what the hell her feet look like? It looked like
Look like a
bullets
man
ricocheted
foot.
and hit her. It don't look like direct shots. But at the same token, it came out today from somebody else that actually was at the scene. That what literally happened is they got into an argument. He was driving her home. She said, "I'm leaving." When she got out the car, he pulled out a gun and told her, "Dance, bitch," which means he was shooting at the ground around her feet. So it's very plausible that some of that shrapnel
you
ricocheted and hit
sound
her
very
damn feet.
scorned. You sound like you've been shot in the foot before by a man because that is
Yeah, you.
bullshit.
Oh,
That is
yeah, you. All
bullshit.
show. I
Can
did.
you
I
do me
got
a favor?
shot in
Can
the
you do me a
feet
favor?
by you.
Explain
All
Corey's
show.
side. What if he's right and he didn't do it and he's been set up? What if this is a whole sacrifice? What
Okay, well,
happened?
I would love to answer that question. So let's say, for the sake of this conversation, he didn't do it at all and he's innocent. Then what I suggest he do is get off this no snitching bullshit and tell them who the hell shot the damn girl because that's possible. Because you know who's not saying nothing? Her so-called best friend Kelsey.
Yep.
So there is a whole fourth person involved in this situation. He could be innocent, but that wouldn't be snitching for you to proclaim your innocence if you had nothing to do with the damn crime.
So basically, what you're saying is you believe her over him.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that he did something.
Every point that you have made has been against that man. What if he's innocent?
Every point I've been making is hypothetical honesty. That's what it is. Because we weren't there. We don't know what really happened. We're talking about what it looks like happened. And I'm giving you my honest
We're
viewpoint.
talking about the
I didn't
album
call
where
him
that man
guilty.
bled his soul out and went on the whole industry. I'm trying to figure out if
People
I
make
am
albums.
not
Listen,
innocent.
they're studio gangsters, okay? They
Hold
they
on,
get in the
wait a minute. Wait a
studio.
minute.
No.
Ooh,
They
Listen,
get in the studio.
Wait.
listen. Hold on.
ooh.
He low key put people back in their place. You feel me? He went back to
I,
JoJo. You feel me? He put out what's her name, Kaylani, and another chick. You know what I'm saying? For them answering or being Twitter fingers and jumping out there and putting shit out there before they even had the full story. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he get jumped out there and got gangster. You know what I'm saying?
and see, and that's the problem because I didn't say he anything. He said this man made a whole album. I said there is studio gangsters, and then you cut me off. My point was simply there's dudes that get in the studio every day. Oh, I sold crack for when I was 12 years old, and I shot this nigga and I robbed him, and they never did none of that. So you telling
But
me that
this
he
is
made an album saying he was innocent don't mean jack shit to me.
So I go back to my point
so wait,
earlier
wait, wait.
this
So what do we
year
say?
that
So what do we say
Meg
about
this
Lemonade then?
I say that she over sensualized. Look, see, y'all got me
hey believe
flabbergasted.
Beyonce.
Yeah,
They
they
I'm not
released
released
Meg
even.
Thee
her right
Stallion
off
with
rip.
her gun
I,
toting
Becky
ass.
with
She
the good
always
hair.
brags about shooting somebody over a man.
okay, but
You
now
dig what
let's
I'm
go
saying?
there. No, 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 no,
Is she
no.
a
Quick.
villain too? Is she a
No, no, no,
villain
no, no.
too?
Quick, quick. You said Becky with the good hair. She has publicly came out and said that Becky with the good hair was just her, you know what I'm saying? Basically a figment of her imagination. Jay-Z came
Uh-huh.
behind her. Jay-Z came behind her and said that yes, he did cheat and he got caught and his marriage was on the rocks, but it wasn't per se a white chick. So when you speak on Beyonce's Lemonade album, they made it bigger to sell records, but they both said that this
Damage
literal Becky,
control.
the point
Damage
is just it's I wouldn't even call
control.
it damage control. It
No,
boils
can I
down
ask a
to
question?
you
But
got a
can I
bunch of
ask a
people
question?
that stand for Beyonce running around attacking this woman, that woman. Are you the one he cheated with? Are you the one? That's
They
you know,
really did that?
yes, they did. They the quote unquote
Wow.
beehive.
They put the Beehive was a hit squad? Damn.
No, they
The
rooted it,
beehive is
bro.
always a damn hit squad. My point is
So
simply if you're a person that listens to the album and you suddenly make it a real person when the
it's a good
artist
album.
is telling you it's not, it is, but that's on them that they decided, oh, Becky with the good hair is a real person. This woman said it's not. This man came out and said it's not. He
Well,
admitted that he cheated on her, but this specific lyric that
Come on,
everybody is running with
Star.
wasn't factual.
wait.
Star, hold on,
I
Star.
now granted, granted, if I'm just
Go
one
ahead.
second, Rock. Now granted, I never heard no interviews and so on and so forth and what that. If I'm going off of just the content, because I listened to the Lemonade album, great album, Beyonce, so on and so forth. Great album. Now, Becky with the good hair, I never thought for 1 second that even if she was referring to a real person, I know she wouldn't use their real name. I understand metaphors and figments and so on and so forth. I know she wouldn't use her real name. So whether anything was said behind the scenes or whatever, I wouldn't know. I'm going strictly off of the content given. And question, was Lemonade the album she also made like a full video album, a video
Yep.
movie version for?
Yeah.
Like Moonwalker type
Yeah.
stuff? I watched that
Yeah.
too, which was very good as well. But I was, like I said, I'm formulating off of the content
To
given
me, it's crazy.
and the responses. Yeah.
Man, I'm
And
just saying
then,
this, Star. Oh, my bad. I thought you was done. Quick.
basically, all I'm basically saying when it comes and this is where I'm at based off of just to kind of veer away from Beyonce, because I just wanted to see, like, since she said all of that about Tori's album, where would she put Beyonce's album where she was explaining personal things. But all in all, when it comes to the case in general, I'm where I've always been, still neutral, because I've actually throughout the week I've had conversations with certain friends, or like mainly today, like when I was talking amongst family or whatnot. I've had conversations with women, and primarily the women are the ones who show the most bias, automatically going on. Like in their eyes, Tory is guilty until proven innocent, which is not fair. And I'm not saying all women, I'm just saying some of the specific ones that I've recently spoken to. Now, I'm neutral because at the end of the day, as Phoenix stated earlier, she has her story, he has his. Right here in this middle section, that's where the truth is. I'm waiting until this comes out. And until this comes out, I'm not formulating an opinion. I can't pick
It might
sides
not ever
and
come
none of
out.
that.
Star is.
Well,
Star definitely
even if
is.
I don't, even if it doesn't come out, I'm saying if it doesn't come out, I can't formulate an opinion because I don't know what
Star
the truth
sounds like
is.
she didn't listen to the album. She
I don't
sounds
know
like
what
she ain't
the
hear that man cries.
so
I
yeah.
just
Nah,
want to
hold
know,
on,
like, I mean, how do we
hold on.
do this? How do we do this?
Time out, real quick. Spin the block, because she really defended Beyonce and Jay Z. You know what I'm saying?
You feel like I defended them?
Yeah,
Why?
just because they say this is what happened and no, that's a bunch of bullshit. Excuse my language. It's damage control. It's a fact that Beyonce and Jay Z are king and queen of keeping their shit private. I feel like when she dropped
That
that
is
shit,
true.
that was that one time that her emotions got the best of her and she reacted off emotions and she put it out there. It was
Oh,
fucked up behind closed doors. They dealt with it and they figured, hey, look, damage is already done. How can we spend this so we can make some money off of this? I really think that it was more to that. I think she was talking what she really knew. I'm done.
I don't see how it was a spin when he dropped the album right behind her and openly admitted that he cheated on her. What's the spin in that? She called him a cheater.
What
He
does
said,
cheating
"Yeah,
have to
I
do with
am."
her being violent and sending her goon sister after him in an elevator? What
You
does that have
so
to do with anything?
stupid. Anyway, you made the statement because I refuse. I refuse. You made the statement that it sounds like I didn't listen to Tori's album. I stated up front that I did not listen to that album, and it wasn't because I think he's guilty. I have been all week long watching Jaguar Wright. Do y'all know who she is and what's been going on with that?
Can we
Hell
get
yeah.
Yeah.
into it?
Let's talk
Can we
about it.
really, literally get
Segway.
into it?
Segway.
Can we
Okay,
do it?
so Jaguar Wright is or was, excuse me, the voice of the big powerhouse voice on Jay-Z's what is it, MTV
So,
Unplugged album. She sung
song cry.
right, exactly. She did sing on that too. So she
Hmm.
is a neo soul artist from out of Philadelphia. So she's been an industry insider for a very long time. Anybody who does not know what I'm talking about, just simply go on YouTube and type in Jaguar Wright. She has been all
Mhm.
over the place for at least a couple weeks, but it's just really been a big thing this week where she's dropping industry secrets. She's calling people out. She used to perform with the Roots. She felt like they did Malik B wrong. Rest in peace, Malik B.
Hmm.
She talked about how he had won a Grammy and they just threw it in the trash in office. Now that office is closed, they called her up, gave her his Grammy. She's gonna send it to his mom. He died, passed away recently, and he never even knew he had a Grammy. So that started
Wow.
it. She recently lost her son. And what set her off and made her start going on a tangent and just bombing on the industry as a whole is because all of these people that she thought were actually friends, nobody came to her son's funeral. Only a handful of people even sent their condolences. She feels like they're basically saying "fuck you, Jag." So she's like, "If it's fuck me, it's fuck you." And she been going ham. This week alone, she accused Diddy of being a sex trafficker. She accused Mary J. Blige of being a closeted lesbian. She said that Kanye
Wow.
West said that Kanye West needed a family after his mom died. That's how he got entangled with Kim Kardashian. Now she believes that they're trying to kill him and he's going to the Haitians to put voodoo on him. When I say she has been all over the place and the things that she has said, she called Jill Scott a whore. She
I was
said
about to say she
Erica
called her
Badu.
Erica and you. Mm-hmm.
Right. She said Erica Badu is jealous of
Wow.
her. She said Jill Scott stole some of Lauren Hill's songs. She's just been bombing on the industry as a whole. She even went as
Wow.
far as to say that she believed that Diddy had Kim Porter killed because she was writing a tell-all book and she had actual video proof that Diddy made old school singer Christopher Williams give him head for a demo deal. She's just been going ham, bacon, and eggs.
Shit.
Wow.
So
How much
that is
more
the
unpacking did
reason
he need?
I didn't stop to listen
Now,
to Tori because I've been so wrapped up jumping from her
now,
Instagram to
now,
YouTube.
now,
Now listen. Hold on, before anybody continues, because I gotta go at her. I gotta go at Just Star for this. If you listen to her, she's actually out in the open as being LBGTQ, and she sounds very bitter towards men. Is
And
that
she's
not a
married.
fact? Is that not a fact?
No, she
She's
sounds
married, and
bitter
she
to
has
the
had
industry.
experience.
But every time she says something, it's always about the men in the industry.
The
She'll say a
industry
couple
is male
things.
dominated.
Yeah,
What?
but the only thing that she really talks about women is that they're closeted lesbians. Has she ever said anything
I didn't hear
about
her call nobody but Mary J. Blige a closeted lesbian.
most of the women that she talks about. She's always talking about how they might be a lesbian. And this is my viewpoints. This is not the viewpoints of the No Filter Show, y'all. But these are facts that she said. I'm just stating facts. Every time she sounds very bitter towards the men in the industry. She's tried to out Common, everybody from the Roots. I mean, I'm listening.
Wu-Tang Clan as well. But again, it's a
Wu-Tang Clan.
male-dominated industry.
That's wild.
At the end of the
man.
day, it caught my attention because number one, it's extremely salacious. Number two, a lot of the things that she's alleging now has been rumors for years. I used to read Right On Magazine, Word Up, and all of those. They used to drop those little jewels in the magazine, and the next thing you know, it's gone. And above anything else, she's made all of these outlandish, claims, but she always tells everybody, and if I'm lying, sue me. And I ain't seen no proof of nobody even speaking up on their own behalf or trying to sue her yet. So it still makes you at least say, okay, well, something is there, because who's going to sue her?
Well, I'll say that because, granted, I think you mentioned this a while back. The first little tidbit you mentioned was about Mary J. Blige, and I thought that was crazy. Like, that just went, because I wasn't expecting that. But all in, yeah, I wasn't at all. Not Miss Mary J. I love Mary J. Blige. But
Yeah,
neither here nor there.
I was gonna say,
but neither here nor there. But anyways, all I'm saying is, one of the key words when I listen to everything fully, because I had not watched the full interview of her, but I'm just taking in the information you are delivering, and it's sounding very Corinne Stephanish right now.
I agree with you.
I'm saying it's sounding very like I guarantee a book or something is coming and where she's just.
Oh no, she made that plain. She made that plain.
Right,
she's writing a book and a movie.
Now as far as the quote unquote rumors and magazines, I'm not even paying attention to that because I can't go off rumors. Rumors are rumors with no validity or proof behind them. So rumors I can't go off of. But all I'm saying is all I'll say is this: anybody can take rumors and sit in front of a camera and juice them up and just to draw the attention, because people love that kind of stuff. People love the drama, they love the rumors, they love, as they call it, tea. Anybody can sit in front of a camera with a serious face and say all that stuff and make you believe it, and it not be true and not be true at all. So the only thing I question is whether it's valid. Is any of this, because she just be telling us fairy tales right now. Straight up.
That's the thing. When it comes to libel and defamation, those are serious things. So the only way I guess we will know is if she comes with the proof, wait and see who's going to try to sue her and who's not. When you spoke on Mary J. Blige, I'm a fan. I don't know Mary. I've never met Mary face to face, but I'm from Brooklyn, New York. Those rumors was running seriously rampant at the beginning and middle of her career. That's not a shock to me when she says, oh, Mary J. Blige is in the closet. You feel me? Like, her whole thing is the reason her and Kendu got divorced is because he basically ran off with Mary J. Blige's girlfriend. That was Mary's girlfriend, not his mistress. But they devised the plan together. We're not getting off the subject.
I think we're getting off the subject. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Because this is about Tory Lanez. And you believe Jaguar right.
I didn't say I believe nothing.
And so basically you just reiterated that you believe all women and you don't believe anything about what Tory Lanez is saying. I haven't heard you stick up for a man in I don't know how long.
Bro.
Can you stick up for somebody?
Before anybody
what
comments,
if this man is actually innocent? These are all alleged claims.
Before anybody comments on what he just said.
It started with a bullet wound. It started with a fucking bullet wound. It started with a bullet wound. Nobody can show me a bullet wound or shrapnel. Nah, bro. Hold on real quick. We don't repeat tonight because she's skipping over this joint. I am not listening. Hey, bro, don't you clap your hands, man. Hey, bro. Real talk, y'all. I have not heard her stick up for a man in at least 5 episodes, bro.
He been counting.
If I ain't never heard her say men can be right. You're sounding like Jaguar. You're sounding like Jaguar right now. Do you have a bitterness against men? Is there something that you
I have
can't
a
believe that a
bitterness
man
against
could be
you.
innocent?
I have a bitterness against you.
And I love you too.
Uh-huh.
Do y'all need
Well,
counseling
nah,
from
fuck it.
yours
Let's
truly
talk
as
about it.
well?
Let's talk about it. We
We
got some
listen,
shit
I
over.
can't do counseling. I throw shit.
Hey, well,
I
look,
can
we
handle that. I
online.
can handle that. I can constrain that. That ain't no problem for me.
Here we
I ain't
go.
paying his ass no mind,
Go on
y'all.
mute.
What's
Nah,
the
but you know
next
what?
damn
In all
topic?
love. Hey, look. Okay, so look, I'm gonna bring up the next damn topic. All right. Hey,
But
look.
wait,
Did you? Hey, look.
Jaguar, if y'all actually look at, if y'all watch her, she has a lot of pain in her. And I do
Yes.
believe the industry is horrible. Men and women, regardless of who it is, it's a lot of shit that happened and she experienced because she's been around for a long time. She was a lyricist first. She wasn't a singer at first. And she actually started the rap and singing woman. You know what I'm saying? She would rap and then she would sing. And then her uncle, whether her uncle or her, whoever was, told her uncle, told her
Yeah,
she
it was
needed
her
to
uncle.
choose a side
Yeah.
because women rappers has an expiration date. You know what I'm saying? So she's been around for a long time. She's seen a lot of things. So I'm pretty sure a lot of what she says is the truth. But she does have a lot of
So
hurt.
can I ask you this? Can I ask you
No,
this?
no,
I've
you
been
can't
around a
ask her.
long time.
Tell
No,
her that
because
she's bitter too.
Wheezy is the
No.
healer. Wheezy is the healer, and she seems
Uh-huh.
to be on your side of things.
I'm not on
How do you
everybody's
know,
side.
Weezy?
I am
How do you
explaining
know?
that
Just because she's
I
living
know
long
you
enough.
are.
Trump is
No.
70 plus fucking years old. Do
And
you
Trump
believe
done
everything
did
that he
some shit.
says?
Trump
Do you
done
believe
did some
everything
shit,
that him and Biden says?
Trump
Come
also
on
has
now.
a history of racism. We are not gonna go to the.
I'm a defender of
side.
women. I'm a defender
Okay,
of
yeah.
women,
But
but when they are in
okay.
that eyeball, it's this eyeball called the
Yeah.
camera.
Uh-huh.
When it comes to that, you have to be unbiased. You can't listen to everything they say.
I
She's
don't only
a
listen.
songwriter. She's
I
a
also
songwriter.
watch people's.
She has been
I
around. She
watch
has.
people's actions. I watch their eyes. I pay attention. I don't just go by what people say.
So
That's
now
the
I found a chink in your armor finally. So you believe her.
No, I said there's some truth to what she's saying because the industry is terrible. That's what I'm
How
saying.
do you
I said,
know?
but there
Right.
have been a lot of people that have spoken how terrible the industry is.
Did you believe Michael Jackson was innocent?
I did. I did.
Do you believe
This
that?
dude.
I'm just
I did.
asking because I've never heard
100%.
any of y'all stick up for men other than
Well,
the Phoenix. Every once
I
in a
didn't
blue.
stick
Every
up.
once in a
Wait a
blue.
minute.
But when it comes to the
I didn't
industry,
stick up
who
for
do we
Jack
believe?
all the time. But what I'm saying is there is truth to what she is saying. And I also said that she has a lot of hurt in her. She has a lot of pain in her. So she's speaking from her pain. She's speaking from her hurt. If you look at this woman, she's still hurting. And she's just sounding off. And like Star was saying, she just went off because she felt like she didn't get the support from her son, the passing of her son. I cannot say everything she's saying is true. I cannot say everything she's saying is false. Just like I don't, honestly, it has nothing to do with me. We're talking about it because it came up. So just like Tory Lanez and Meg, I don't care.
Let's get back on that. Let's get back on that. Because you seem to be emotionally involved. No, because the two women on this feed seem to be emotionally involved with Jaguar, right? Because you saw her face and you saw her fake a motherfucking tear when she was inhaling her CBD when she was promoting it. Y'all haven't looked at enough interviews.
And see, that's the problem. So I figured out what the problem is. I see what the problem is.
We don't know nothing.
The problem
We don't know nothing. But I want to hear this from y'all about Tory Lanez because we seem to be.
What I know is that you don't listen.
Damn, Jaguar.
I know that you don't listen. I didn't say that I agree with everything she said.
And I did. Hey, listen. So I'm gonna pull my heart out. I felt her pain, but there were certain other interviews that I heard. Okay, outside of the ones that you two may have just willingly, just sparingly just looked at just before the show, because y'all haven't been doing y'all research.
Because
y'all haven't been looking at the
other interviews. A lot of nerve.
She's been talking for months. She's been talking for months.
Shit. It's only been 6 weeks since she started, and she said it's only been 6 weeks that she's been talking.
Okay.
Okay, and
she
guess
said
what?
that
I've
in one
been
of her
watching
interviews.
her
It's
from the
only
start.
been 6 weeks.
Okay.
It's only been 6 weeks since she's been airing out the industry.
Okay.
And I quote her on that. And you can go look at the other interviews, Star, Phoenix.
I looked at all of them. Shut up.
You ain't look at all or nothing.
Yes, I did. Are you in my pocket? Are you in my pocket? Are you in my pocket?
Listen,
are you in my
this is how
pocket?
I'm trying to
No.
do. This
So
is how I'm
shut
trying
up.
to do this.
I've looked at every interview.
This is how I'm trying to carry this. No. Because this is how I'm trying to carry this because we got off a subject. No, Phoenix.
Okay,
No, Phoenix.
Go ahead.
The reason why I'm trying to go back towards Tory Lanez is because we ended up on Jaguar Wright because I accused Just Star of being one-sided, which I really feel like she is because she still can't answer to me. How is it that she can believe that Meg Thee Stallion is telling the truth, but you can believe Jaguar Wright, who seems to be emotionally distraught?
First of all, what only thing that's being proven tonight is that you don't listen. Number one, I didn't say that I believed shit. You asked me, had I listened to his album, and I gave you the reason why I did not. I said because I've been wrapped up watching Jaguar all week, and then I proceeded to tell y'all some of the allegations she made. I never once said I believe everything that the woman said. I said that it was salacious and I couldn't tear my attention away. So I didn't have time to try to listen to what Tory was saying. I'm going to need you to get some Q-tips.
Who is she dogging out majority of?
What? She's supposedly...
You believe Beyonce, fool? You believe Beyonce? Come on, get out of here. Get out of here, yeah. Get out of here. You just said you believe Beyonce.
If I was sensitive, this would be the moment where I would get out of here. But you know what? Nope, you're going to still have to deal with me. So get over it. Like I said.
I'm done. I'm done, y'all.
You agree with what I said about her being emotional, yet you argue me down. I'm just confused on that part. We agreed. Back to Tory. Listening to his album because I did. Actually, I heard it. I started listening to it before Rock put it in the group. Thank you. So, thank you. So, from what I heard,
instigate Nash.
Yeah, right. Both of them. From what I heard and from what it sounds like, he is innocent. But like I said, I cannot say he's innocent. But from what I heard, he is. I can't say Meg is lying. I can't say none of that because we don't know the truth. We weren't there. Going off what I heard, it sounds like he's innocent. Going off what she said, it sounds like,
Well, I'm gonna say this. This is why I remain neutral because right now, the blame or the favor in that case is bouncing back and forth.
Hey, Nikki.
First, we said Meg got shot. What's going on, Nikki?
Hey.
First is Meg got shot. Tory did it. Oh, Meg's the victim. Everybody shit on Tory. Then everybody's on Tory's side. When this album dropped, it's going back and forth. At the end of the day, until this middle come out, I'm staying right here. Period.
So here's my question, because we are doing a whole lot of debating about this. The one thing that we know for a fact, per what both of them said, is that Meg hopped out of the car, which would indicate that her back was turned. Is anybody looking at the fact that she could be saying that he shot her because that's what somebody in the truck told her and she didn't actually freaking see it anyway?
Yeah, because in one of his songs, it did say she's replying on something that she don't even remember the story, or she don't even remember what happened. She don't know what happened. Also, there was video from the helicopter of her getting out of the car, and she was walking. It didn't look like she had, the way she was walking, she was limping a little bit, but we don't know. It looked like a little bit of like she got cut by glass from what I saw. I don't know. I'm only going by me looking at the pictures. I was not there to show it. But my question too, again, if she was shot, why wasn't it reported by the doctors, the nurses? Also, in his thing, he said she don't remember. It's just a lot of back and forth. So that's why I said, I don't know. I don't really care. It's not me. If we're out in the open, let it be. Whatever happens, happens. Whatever. But from what I heard.
So let's stop the hearsay. You dig what I'm saying? Let's get on to something a little bit more funny. Hey, look, bro. Hey, look, were you able to upload the video of the suspect that tried to escape the courthouse?
No, I wasn't able to get it done. I was like swamped like shit today and working from my phone sucks. So I apologize.
Hey, listen, that's life, bro. But for everybody that's out there listening, man, speaking of shootings and people escaping everything, a suspect
And AI gonna have Star in court.
makes a break from a courtroom, man. This was in
Simple
Hillsboro, Ohio. Hey, look. Now y'all went over talking. Can we go back? Y'all really want to go back to the subject?
Sweetheart,
I can be on repeat. Y'all know me. I can be on repeat.
We just giving you what you give us, baby. Don't be mad.
Anyway, Nicholson Garrison, 33, is still at large and escaping from police custody Tuesday afternoon. Garrison was found guilty of aggravated possession of meth, which was a sentence to a year in prison and fines up to $2,500. Now, anybody that has been on my page, I implore you, come to my page and or go on YouTube, okay? And this is Highland County, WLWT. And what happened was that the three bailiffs that was in there, evidently this dude was fiending for some meth, and he ran a 4-4. He ran a 4-4 through that courthouse, man. If I could show y'all this, man, it's amazing how fast he ran.
I'm just saying this.
Oh, maybe we should upload the video to the No Filter Show page. Upload it to the No Filter Show page. Anybody want to see that video, we're going to upload it to the page for y'all.
Yeah, when I say that boy was Usain Bolt out there.
But I have one question, though. What the fuck is that officer thinking, jumping over?
Thank you. I was on that. That made the whole damn...
Because he was thoroughly confident that he was going to stick the landing. He was thoroughly confident, like, yo, he's right there. If I time this right, I'm going to hit him with the Goldberg spear through the wall, and we're going to land in the sheetrock. I know how this is going to work.
Bobby Boucher.
Right there.
Too many Bud Lights, and too much WWE. That's all I can say.
But look,
he pulled a steps. Yeah, he pulled a Jeff Hardy table. He pulled a table, ladders, and chairs match move right there.
He was trying to go for workman's comp or something. I swear.
But notice,
and didn't they say that dude was missing for 3 days before they caught him? It was 3 days, right?
Yeah. He's still at large. Yeah.
He's
still. This is the thing. Now I'm very detailed. Did anybody else notice how his gun came off his hip and stayed on the second step when he fell?
Well, how about the old dude behind him that was slow walking down the steps?
Like, bro, what you do that for?
You saw that?
Great. Oh man, Lord, that was great.
So, what state was this? Was this another Florida story?
He's backstage. You got to pull him back.
Oh man,
he's tired of our shit. He still want to talk about Tori, and we not. He mad.
No, he gonna come back with it. And another damn thing, y'all want to talk about flying down them stairs? Rebecca was flying when the bullets came.
I ain't fooling with you.
He spend the block extra back. He was like, I still don't know how much money y'all gonna spend on a date.
Yo. Nah, that ain't the block, man. He spun around the city and came back home. Like damn. Like shoot.
Let's get back.
I can't with y'all tonight.
And them lawyer fees ain't gonna equip to what y'all could have spent on that date.
I feel like Ricky and Boys in the Hood tonight, right? He cold pulled up, rolled the window down, and hit me up. You feel me? You feel me? He is really, really trying to air me out tonight.
I got you, Ricky. I got you.
Yeah. Yes, sir. We are talking about you.
Hey, look,
yes,
everybody
sir.
Everybody out there, I really love Star Young. Hey, look, I actually miss Star. That's the reason why she is the shooting star. I'm shooting at that motherfucking Star.
Straight big brother picking on the little sister. I'm telling mommy, nigga. How about that? I'm snitching. Shit.
I really did miss you though. Yeah. Hey, look, it's been a minute. Anything
has.
else in the news, man? Anybody wants to talk about, man? Anything prolific, anything profound, like you know what I'm saying? Anything? Anybody got anything going on new?
Well,
You
I'll
know what
tell
I'm
you what I'm
saying?
looking forward to, because I noticed while I was getting everything settled back in here, I caught everything that was going on. But I'm looking forward to Saturday night because I know Saturday Night Live is going to have a marvelous sketch about this presidential debate, and I cannot wait to see
Yes, and I
it. I
haven't said
can't
this.
wait.
That's Alec Baldwin, right?
Yes, and Alec
He
is going to
has
go
been
off.
amazing at playing Trump on Saturday Night Live. Like he
He
has been
has.
the GOAT. I'm like, dang.
And I know he is going to snap, and I can't wait to see who's going to play Biden.
I agree. I agree.
I cannot
Bro,
wait.
there's nobody that can play Biden other than the alien, bro. Did you see
Somebody
how
will,
his
and
did you see
somebody is
how
going to
his
pull it
this
off.
was flat? This was flat, but he had wrinkles on the side of
Oh
his
my
temples.
God.
Bro, like what kind of plastic surgery have you been getting, Mo? That's some reptilian shit, like
I'm
whole T,
glad you
bro.
That's
said.
like
Like
different
I'm glad you
people.
said
That's why I was like
reptilian.
the
So now I have a
Reptilian now.
question. So I said, I'm glad you brought up reptilian because now I have a question. I've asked Rock this question at least 3 times and he hasn't answered me directly. So I'm just going to ask the whole panel. So I am usually known as the resident conspiracy theorist. I want to
right.
know, do y'all believe in the Illuminati? Because we never really touched on that. We kept saying on another show, on another show. I want to know, do y'all believe in it? And what is it to y'all?
Well, I do believe there is an entity out there that is controlling of our free world. There's a reason certain things happen. I'll say this. Long story short, there's a reason a black kid can get killed in broad daylight and the killer can walk home. But if a black person kills a dog, he goes straight to jail.
Oh, yes, Michael Vick. But go
I'm
ahead,
just
y'all.
saying. I'm just saying, and I'll stop it there.
Louisa.
Yeah.
That's it. Yes, you believe?
That is the most raisin and grits answer I've ever heard in my life. You are a straight
Yes.
shooter,
He
lover.
said
You
yes.
have
You
to
keep
elaborate a little bit. There are
super
people that
spoon
want to
put it
know
right in
why.
your mouth. Well, I'm basically for the very same reason. I mean, what do you think? What do you think? I don't want to put that
I
names
hate
out there.
Rock. Do y'all see
What
the
is
scrolling
it?
words?
No,
You see the
wait.
words? Look.
Raisin
No
bran
raisins.
and grits. God damn it!
Teddy.
Shut up. If it can go on raisin bran, it can go in grits. Grits are hot cereal. Anyway,
I cannot
so
believe you skipped over reptilians to explain why you eat lizard food, period. I think you might be
Yo,
one.
yo,
I am
hey,
not
yo,
of this
I'm gonna tell
earth.
you
If
this.
you have not noticed by now,
Yo, show idea. The name of this episode will be Reptilians and Raisins.
Oh, look. So everybody out there, just to give y'all a disclaimer, this is the show about nothing. Okay. After we had the guest, everything, we are having a good time. Y'all actually being able to be the fly on the wall right now. So
I was
we
about to
just
say, yep.
yeah.
Oh, and since we got some viewers right here, if there's anything that you out there would like us to touch on, please put them in the comments. We'll put them up and we will chop it up about it.
Yes, indeed.
So
we will. So you
Yeah,
have
I
given
want
us a few topics.
I want to talk about the Illuminati. I mean, we get into it a little bit.
Now you
Answer
want to
the
talk about?
questions
Now you want
are
to talk about?
hell yeah. I had a couple drinks. You know what I'm saying? I'm cooling. So I mean, yeah, I believe in it. I mean, it's to me, honestly, it's nothing different from sorority, fraternity, the cops. You know what I'm saying?
They're
It's
all
nothing but
underneath that umbrella.
yeah. It's
Mhm.
not. It's a brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, people fear what they don't understand, and that's just how it
Of
is.
course.
Now
Yeah.
I ain't joining it. You got me
Nah.
fucked up.
Yo, and like for real, this is
It's
happening.
more. It's deeper than what we actually can kind of go into on this show. On here,
And
truly.
yeah,
I don't think it's healthy to go
it's
but so deep.
Yeah,
You
I
dig
of
what I'm
course.
agree.
saying?
That's why
Because
I just said
it's
that.
not.
after
So
that it's all rhetoric. Now we can have some fun and we could talk about maybe you related to him, Weezy.
I doubt
Oh,
it.
what the hell?
My hair is too.
All right,
My
then
hair
she
stands
gotta
straight
leave
up
though,
in
Weezy. You
order for
gotta
me
get
to
up
be
off this show.
related to them.
You gotta get
And
you
this
gotta
is
get up
why
off
my
this show,
answer.
Weezy.
This is why my answer was just yes, because it's too much for me to just not go underneath that surface. So I just left it at yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
maybe we should have a change of subjects, man. So listen, how
Hey,
did
I
everybody
got one.
honestly? Uh huh.
We were supposed to talk about this last week. Uh, when do you tell your significant other that they can't cook? Is it a
Man.
problem
Hold
if
on,
they
somebody
can't cook?
called me. I'll be back.
Lord have mercy.
Basically
And he
saying
ran
he's not
about as
telling
fast
her.
as that dude getting out the courthouse, didn't he?
He
Just
really
saying
did. He just dove into a pot of grits.
with
Hey,
raisins, with raisins.
y'all know, y'all know I'm gonna make this a meme, right?
Make it a meme, god damn it. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Hey, look, I got him to walk away.
Shoot, did you get him to walk away or did she get him to walk
You
away?
know
Because that
what?
was
You know
kind of
what? I
quick.
take that back. I take that back. I think that Wheezy actually got him to walk away, man.
Well, I want answers. Do you tell? How do you tell? What do you say? What? How? How does that
Oh
go?
man. Shout out. Hey, look. Hey, to the homie, man. Hey, look, I'm sorry about your hand surgery, and it's got to be carpal tunnel. Have you been jerking yourself off or somebody else?
much
We just want to
love,
know.
much love, Nikki.
Oh,
Nikki,
for
do
me,
not
the
answer
I'm
first
that
sorry,
time
Nikki.
question.
I
You
went
are a
to
little
the
mature. I'm sorry. I just looked at the picture. You are a little too mature for me to be talking to you like that. I'm
I'm about to
sorry.
say she's gonna put your ass in timeout. Trust.
figure for that ass. Um, I mean, the first time I gotta run to the bathroom, or if the food is not appealing, I would just tell you. I mean, that's not as bad as telling somebody that they sex game is whack. So I would just say it.
You know what's crazy?
Uh,
I ain't
I've
gonna.
never had the
Go
scariest
ahead.
moment was chitlins. Chitlins are always a scary moment when you go over a stranger's house. That is the
Oh,
black
and
people's barometer for can you cook or not. Because if you can't
yes.
clean them assholes, if you can't clean the asshole,
I
you
never was
can't
a
wash your
chitlin
ass.
person.
Period. I think that's the barometer.
I never was a chitlin person anyway. Personally.
Fuck
Why?
chitlins. Them
I
shit's
wasn't
nasty.
either,
Because
but I know how to
because
cook
I'll
them
tell you
because
no,
my
I would no,
mother
I'm
used
gonna
to
tell
have
them
to
why.
do it
I'm gonna
all
tell
the
them why.
time.
Because my family used to actually take our own pigs and slaughter them joints in the shed and chop them up freshly. I've seen the whole process of chitlins, fresh out the corpse, and that smell as a kid, that visual as a kid, made me say, "I'm not eating those poop tubes. Nah, I'm good.
Say it again. Eating the what?
I poop tubes.
Dookie shoots.
A
She said
shit
they got
sock.
3
I'm
stripes
not doing
in.
it.
Hold
Listen,
on. You called
y'all.
it a what?
A shit. It's a shit sock. I'm not eating
Shit stop.
it.
Yeah,
Oh
that's new to me,
wow.
No,
bro. That's new to
y'all,
me, bro.
listen. When I was younger, I accidentally, well, I can't even say accidentally, I was being greedy. I ate some unclean chitlins. And oh my God, worst experience ever. Yes, so we went to a family friend's house for Thanksgiving
Oh
one year. And
God.
she
Mr.
invited
Mayor.
her neighbor, this old lady, right? And my mother, the kids is running around outside. We come in, we hungry, we hungry, we hungry. So my mother start opening up the aluminum foil on different dishes, took one look at these chitlins and was like, don't eat the chitlins. You know how your parents used to whisper to you when you're in a room full of people?
Don't eat them.
Man. So the damn family friend came behind her and started making the plates for the kids. And my mother's off in the corner having a drink. So I'm like, she not gonna keep me from the chitlins. So she asking me everything that I want. And oh my God, y'all, when I say the nastiest. Uh, so at first I didn't even know what I was tasting. When I say young, I had to be about maybe 11 years old at this time, and I didn't really
Wow.
know the difference. So I literally sat there and ate all the chitlins that she put on my plate. And when the kids wanted more, they was playing spades and drinking and stuff. So she was like, y'all go ahead on and get it or whatever. Everybody else already ate. I peeled that aluminum foil back and actually got a good look. When I said she didn't clean it, it was dead flies in it. I threw up all over
That's
everything. Just
nasty.
trying to be greedy, not listening to my mama. Oh, it was the most deep. But you know what? It taught me how to cook chitlins right, because I was like, never again. And I would never in my life do that shit to somebody. When I say my mother grabbed them chitlins and they was like, what you doing? She was like, I'm about to take it and put it, in the oven so that it could stay warm. She intentionally dropped it all over that woman's floor so nobody else would eat that nasty shit. I was so grateful when she did that. I was like, damn. All I had to do was not be hard headed. Here I am eating shit and dead flies. I swear it was a horrible experience.
So is that why
Can I
you
say
always
something to Nikki?
is that why you always talking shit?
Yep, it stuck with me forever.
And always full of shit. But hey, look, shout out to Nikki, man. Nikki
I would
Robinson,
say your mama,
I'm
but I love
sorry.
you too
I am
much.
Mr. Mayo. I am Mr. Mayo.
Yeah.
Yes, I have owned to that challenge. I am. Yeah, it was nasty. It was.
But
Bleh.
But on the real though, do y'all think it would be like on a slick way of doing it would be like have you question? Have any of you and your significant other actually cooked together before?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So wouldn't
That's a
that be
must.
like a sly way of like, teaching? If you actually know how to cook very well,
Still
So-
shopping still. Still shopping
I
still.
mean-
Know what I'm
I've
saying?
never been with a woman that couldn't cook though. I've never been with a woman that couldn't
I mean,
cook.
my girl can cook herself, but
Mhm.
I actually have a friend. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not even gonna mention her name, so she wouldn't care if I told you. But she can cook now. She knows how to cook now. But there was a time, bro, she actually burnt boiling water. I kid you not. Like
What?
she burnt boiling water.
I got a couple of people in my family that
Because
do that.
when I say she was boiling water, and you burn boiling water when you leave boiling water on, and all that water evaporating, that pan start burning when there's no water left.
Oh well, hell, I've done that.
So that's how bad she couldn't cook. So
That's because you're behind.
But she can
the
cook.
kitchen. When you cook, you're not supposed to leave the kitchen.
Exactly, Dina.
And she did. She didn't even set a timer.
Yes, Zena. Yes,
A
I
lot
was
of ass
thinking that
smacking
same
going
thing.
on in
She
there.
she didn't even set a timer. But another friend of hers taught her how to cook, and she can burn now in the figurative way. So
Well, let's say this. This is starts with an S. This is who you're talking about. Starts with an S.
no.
You say his
And
friend.
you an asshole because you trying to get
Oh,
my. I ain't
and you
fucking
were
with you,
supposed to,
AI.
you were
Fuck
supposed
you.
to tell
No.
us.
Don't think I forgot about outside of here, bro. Hey, listen.
He
But
tried
no,
to get you
like
killed,
literally
But no,
what
it's
Zena
not.
said.
It doesn't start with an S.
Okay, I'm sorry about that.
No,
But
you
look,
good, but it doesn't.
So whole time, like I don't know, young. Cooking is like the ultimate foreplay. I can't. Chitlins can
I
be
agree.
gracious. Like if
Can
you
you-
can clean some chitlins and
How
cook
can
them,
you?
you
How
amazing.
can you sexually clean chitlins? I want to know, ladies.
bro.
How can you
flirt
make
through
that shit
anything.
taste?
If you can make
flirt
shit
through
taste good, bro.
anything.
If you can
Literally
make shit taste good,
Like,
If you can
babe,
make-
this shit
Oh,
tastes
I'm not
delicious.
I'm not even gonna say
Literally.
what you just say. Clean and
Hey, AI,
shake.
you're
But
officially
it's
weird,
good.
bro, because
Because you have a
can
a
make
lot of
shit
shit
taste
stories.
good.
I know that. There's a lot of shit
Yeah.
stories you have.
oh, we going in reverse. We going throwback Thursday, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I bet. Well, okay.
It's a lot of poo play, buddy.
No, that's not poo play, bro. That is black play. That is how we got here, bro.
He
Hey,
goes
look,
to-
if you don't think you made a chitlins, bro, hey, look, you got a long way to go, bro.
He goes
Really?
from taking
500
shit
years of
being
eating pig snouts and all
Nah.
that shit. Hog head
Nah.
cheese, all that, bro.
Look,
I
bro,
mean,
look,
but
look,
no,
look, look.
AI, you
Yeah,
just
the
different.
pigs and rice.
You just different, AI. You go from taking shits to being covered in shit to eating shit socks.
Right.
It's just
Who the hell is laughing that hard? Who the hell in the background was laughing that hard? That
that's
better
in
not be
my,
Dr. Evil. Better
No,
not be
that's-
fucking
that's
Dr.
in
Evil
my
back
house.
there, man.
That's in my house. It's in my house.
okay, but
Oh,
the timing,
shit.
but the
That's my
timing was
sister, but
perfect.
she
I
not
said what I
in
said.
the
You
other
heard a
room.
cackle
Okay,
back
so before you try to get off, I remember you was telling us that
Oh,
you
yeah,
want to
yeah.
let us know, AI, what your
You get
meal
down,
was
Vicky.
that if a person can't cook it, it will be a problem.
If a person cannot cook,
Oh yeah, yeah.
a fucking pancake, man. If you can't take water and some fucking flour and make some goddamn pancakes, you are the worst human being in my life. You understand me?
You did say it was gonna be simple. I wasn't
Very
expecting
simple.
pancakes.
Very simple. I mean, some
I've seen
pancakes.
people fuck up minute rice.
Bruh, you seen people burn water, fool. Hey,
Right, so that too. So I've seen the worst of the worst when it's come to cooking. Yes, minute rice.
Water.
They let that shit on for 3 minutes. It's literally just hot water. That's it. But they fucked that up.
So
So let me ask you.
my mother can cook her ass off. I come from a family that gets down in the kitchen, right? So like I don't eat everybody's food. So dating growing up, I started out in like simple shit. I wouldn't just eat like big meals. Nah, you gotta cook me a pack of oodles and noodles real quick. You cook it regular, and then let me see you slice them Jones. If you can slice a pack of oodles and noodles, I'm gonna go ahead and try your
That's some
fried
hood shit
chicken.
right
You
there.
sound like you
That's
want to go
lit.
back to prison.
Hey, bro.
Anybody in prison will slice some oodles and noodles for you, bro.
No,
Like,
bruh.
stop playing, bro.
No,
They will
but
put
I
toilet
find
water in
that's
that
straight
joint
hood
and make you
shit
feel
because I
amazing.
can make a
What's
meal out some
funny?
oodles and noodles.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I was gonna say what's
yeah.
funny is everybody in my whole house say that I make the best oodles and noodles. So it's funny
Hell
that's the topic you chose. Well, no, because I just follow the bag. My older cousin, when I was younger, everybody used to put the water on, throw the noodles in it, and when the water's boiling, take it out. And she was like, "No, have you ever read the back? Boil the water first and then add the noodles. So the noodles are not soggy and runny or whatever. And then of course I do my little extras or whatever. But everybody in the entire house said that I make the best ooza noodles. So that was just funny that's what you brought up.
Hold on. Speaking of reading the back of the label, how old were you when you actually read how to make Kool-Aid on the back of the Kool-Aid packet?
I
Never.
still don't know.
First and foremost, I make Kool-Aid the best, bro, because
Hey,
y'all
bruh.
be over-exaggerating with the diabetes.
Hey, look,
Y'all
it
like
says-
diabetes.
Everybody
on here,
It's like,
I know everybody on here that's black loves extra sugar in their shit. I
No,
put the
no,
bare
no.
minimum
No,
sugar
no,
in
no,
it.
no.
I am
I've
white
seen
when
my
it comes to
cousin-
that. I'm
Hell
Mr.
my
Mayo.
cousin.
I don't
No,
like
I've
syrup.
seen my
I
cousin.
do
If
not
you
like
see how
syrup.
my cousin make, if you seen how my cousin makes the type of Kool-Aid that if you drink it, your foot will just fall off. That's how.
Oh, shit.
That's how. That's how much sugar he put in that shit. Detachable.
Whoa.
That Kool-Aid come with his Kool-Aid come with detachable limbs. That's where it is.
Wow, holy shit.
And
My cousin said
I-
at the back of the pack, you only supposed to use half a pack of Kool-Aid.
You
Shit.
said what?
My cousin read, he put it up, he said the Kool-Aid pack says you only supposed to use half a pack of Kool-Aid.
Oh, shit.
That's
Well,
colored water.
You said what?
Nah.
That's what it
You
said.
said, what's the measurement? What's the
You're
rule of
supposed to use
measurement?
half a pack of Kool-Aid.
what the
Look,
fuck?
black folks
If you-
When did that change?
Hold on, let me tell you something. In my household, you had to use a
Two.
regular flavor,
At least
and then you
two.
had to use a lemon packet with every
Straight
flavor.
up.
Yeah,
But
the
like,
mixed flavors.
packs.
But no,
I'ma
I've
tell you.
had too sweet Kool-Aid, and then I've had some people who don't like sugar at all, and the Kool-Aid is just bitter as hell.
You don't know what bitter is.
Who just
You don't
makes
know what
the
bitter is.
perfect
You're
Kool-Aid?
bitter. You're bitter. You're Jaguar Wright of Kool-Aid.
Shit.
Your auntie's sister's cousin.
Ooh.
Yo. We gonna change your name. Yo, Rock. Go to the chat and
Yo.
change her name to Jaguar Star.
You understand me?
Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out.
Go to the chat right now.
Yeah,
Do
orange
it.
and lemon slices. That's what I be doing.
Yep,
I be
yep,
putting all types
Zena.
of fruit and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm gonna
have
tell
y'all
you.
ever had sun tea? Have y'all ever had sun tea? Country boy, you ever had sun tea?
Actually, yes, I have.
Yeah, yes,
That was
yes.
good. You've never had sun tea, yeah.
Yes, he looked confused.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, you kidding me?
Oh,
Yo.
You've
man.
never had sun tea? It's when you
What?
get a big ass jar, right? Fill it up with water, put the tea bags in it, close it, and you sit it on your back porch and let the
Yeah,
sun
you sit it in the sun.
steep
You know,
in the sun.
listen.
Well, no, it's
Listen,
been on
I
the
grew up in Oxon
windowsill,
Hill.
not the back porch.
Hey,
Now,
we
listen.
had the big ass gigantic pickle jar. I was in South Carolina. We had the big ass extra large pickle jar, and we did it like that.
My grandmother
tell you
used to
something.
make ice cream from snow.
Now I
I
get
had
that.
that too.
I get
Hey,
that
no,
because
no,
we're
that's
East Coast.
fire.
But
I
let me
just
tell
we used
y'all
to make the
something.
snow cones with the snow. Just scoop it off the ground and pour Kool-Aid or juice or whatever on
No,
top.
you gotta have a
Snow
pot. Don't
cone.
scoop nothing off the damn ground. Go
Just
ahead,
don't.
Al.
And hey,
Right.
hey,
First and
hey, I'm
foremost.
country. We just take the top layer. We good.
Nah, hold on. Ain't nobody even
Yes,
addressing what
yes.
the hell she asked me because I ain't get a chance to answer yet.
Go ahead and answer the question about the sun.
Fuck no. I grew up in Oxon Hill, Maryland. Yes, they are houses, but we still have pipe heads, okay? That shit was full of bowheads, all right? They will come up that joint, drink out of your joint, and pee in your shit. Like,
No,
hell
you have
no.
a top
Hell
on
no.
it. You have a top on it. I said we had the big ass extra
Is it
large
bulletproof?
Tucson.
Is there a lock on there like a bike? Because they will crack that motherfucker and drink that
Yo,
shit out of
Rock,
there,
you
man. Come on,
stupid.
man.
Look
Go
at
ahead.
this shit at the bottom. Look at this
No, man,
shit. You is stupid, dog.
Big man.
Oh no,
Rock
the
ain't
baby
shit,
man,
yo.
he done been to private.
Come on, big homie. He mad.
Sorry, I'm blame the Jack Daniels. Blame the Jack
Oh, he had to give me a banner. Okay, I'm mad. All
But
right,
no,
fuck it.
but no.
Fuck it.
Side note, Nikki, you're right. When I pull up, when I pull up on you in Florida, I gotta have some of that because I've seen on her social media what her home cooking look like. She got that itch that'll make you sleep for a week. I am coming to get that home cooking, Nikki. But go
Yes,
ahead, finish
Nikki
your
says
question.
she makes sun tea all the time.
Hey, see, that's the
That
South
sounds
right
like
there.
love, though. It sounds like love. I've never seen Sun T, and my mother and everybody in my family's from North Carolina, but I've never heard of it. I've heard of eating red clay from the dirt, but I've never heard of Sun T. Never heard of it.
Nikki
What?
here is from Florida. She from Florida though. She like
Oh,
from the
that's why.
bottom.
That's why she keeps saying leave Florida alone.
Oh, she just batshit crazy. She like to hunt iguanas and shit and eat them from the tail up raw.
Oh my gosh. Hunt
You said you
iguanas.
did what, Raw?
You said the hunt. All right, that
Hunt iguanas, an invasive species in Florida. Hold on. Let me get my David Attenborough on. Say, you go to Florida.
Oh, it's
There's
glizzy.
an invasive species. No, this is David Attenborough. You go to
Yeah.
Florida.
They sound
There's an
just
invasive
alike.
species of iguana, and you can eat them from the ass up. Those are called
What the?
itterlings because they're iguanas, not chitterlings, itterlings.
You got
Bruh,
issues,
get
man.
the
I
fuck out of
swear.
here. Dog, stop it.
The show about nothing, man. Hey, look, what else we got, y'all, man? Anybody got anything on their minds, hearts, anything, man? What y'all want to pour out, man?
Yes. Why are you so damn evil?
You know what? And the funny thing is that if I give you attention, I love the shit out you, man. That's crazy, man. I'm not even evil.
Evil.
Man.
Why
I
you
might be part
asking
of the
him?
Illuminati. I might be part of the Illuminati.
You asking
You
him
dig?
why he's evil?
Yes.
That's pot
Not the
calling the
villain
kettle
in a
black
white
like shit.
mask.
Right. I don't even know how he entered the chat with a name like villain. I don't get it.
Not the villain in the Bowie State shirt.
Well, yeah.
What the
Well, I
fuck?
explain.
Everybody from there is evil.
Well, for one, I explained to you why I'm the villain. I explained that on a past show. But yeah.
Look, Xena been rolling all night.
And Nikki is in agreement. You mad?
Right, Rock, you got anything on your heart you want to talk about? Your face is mad tonight. You got anything you need to clear up?
That red nigga got to do something.
Well, since you asked,
All right.
Speak your piece, dear sir.
nah, I ain't got shit I want to talk about. I'm cool.
All right, fine. I'm
Damn.
gonna throw some. I'm gonna throw some.
Hey,
I'm
look,
gonna throw some
hold
random
T.
shit.
Hold T,
throw some
hold.
random shit
Before
out.
you go, Xena asked a question. Are you black
okay.
first or a man or a woman first? Damn.
I'm a man.
Damn, I'm a black man.
I'm a
I'm
man,
a man first, dog. Because
as
I
a
gotta
man,
defend.
that's-
You gotta
yeah.
defend.
Wait,
Oh my bad. No, it's like it feels like that varies from situation to situation. But like at the end of the day, I am a man. Like if we could take color out of it, I'm a man. It's a man first, and then for one, you gotta get. Long story short, man first before we Rock. You next.
yeah, as a man, I stand on principle, morals. As a black man, I stand on my pride of who I am.
And for me, I'm just black because I've seen, hey, look, nah, real talk, because even though I challenge these sisters on here, even though I do a lot of talking, I got to be honest with you. Most of the revolutions and everything that happens once we die is carried on through whose womb, who creates the next leaders, who is the great orators of our history. It's the women, man. So, I mean, I'm just black, bro. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to say I'm a Jenner or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just about my people, bro. Like I really don't give a shit about gender or nothing, bro. Like I don't know. I'm just black. I'm a die just black.
Dang, Zena made a hell of a point.
You see what
That's
Zena
dope.
said? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a hell of a point.
Bro. What you said was some tough shit. But when you said that, you want to know the only thing that popped in my mind. I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black.
That's definitely him.
Black, y'all,
That's definitely
and I'm
him.
black, y'all, and I'm black.
But
The
no,
lightest
so
nigga in here is the blackest motherfucker in here. It's like, nah, I'm fucking with you. But nah, like really, in all honesty, man, as men, you know, I honestly don't look at myself. I don't look at myself as just being a man first because there's a dynamic to us, bro. Like if I was to think of myself as just a man, period, I would be too much of an asshole and too overly dominant, bro. Like I would be one of them proud boys out there. You dig? Like, you know, I can't let the testosterone get to me too much. I still have to realize where I came from.
That's arrogance, though. There's a difference.
Nah, testosterone is arrogance. Have you ever been backed up before? You ever had to jerk off before? Huh?
No.
You ever had to jerk off
What
before?
the hell?
Because it all matters. All sex matters. Okay, you want to say all lives matters, all sex matters. Have you ever had to jerk off before? Say it.
I just told you my penis shrunk, so no, I haven't had to do it in a long time.
well,
Disgusting.
if you going according to the scientists, yours didn't shrink. Theirs just kept growing. They say all was chicks first.
Yeah. We start off as feminine.
So how do you ladies feel? Are you black first or are you a woman first?
We both got quiet. I'm gonna be real with you. Go ahead, babe.
Yeah, Weezy, go first because I feel like Star gonna be on some bullshit. Go, Weezy.
You know what? Your sister, auntie's cousin too.
Which is your cousin? No, I was gonna say when I look in the mirror, the first thing I do see is I'm a woman. Or before I even look in the mirror, when I wake up, what do you see? What do you feel? You feel your body. So at first, yes, I'm a woman. I'm also a black woman. Because when I look in the mirror, I see a black woman. So.
I concur.
No.
We looking for
you
the
like
bullshit.
raisins.
Where's the bullshit?
You like raisins. We have a long way to go for you.
You gotta what do you concur with, Star?
Everything she just said.
Put that up.
What did she just say? Say it.
Elaborate.
Look here. Look. Listen, G.I. Jr. Back the hell up off me, okay?
You better speak, damn it. I'm the fucking villain, so speak.
No, but for all this, and I love the fact that she brought this up. Zena does go very deep, and she's also says I love reading her post on her page, and it is true. Before we are born, we are black. We are labeled that way. Whoever you walk around with your mother like is what you're automatically assumed to be. So yes, we are black first if we are going off of in vitro. How you see yourself is different.
All right, go ahead. G.I. Mo, may I steal your catchphrases and your moniker for a quick second? Star still has not answered the motherfucking question yet. How do you feel when you look in the damn mirror in the morning?
Yes.
You're ducking the question.
I'm really not. There you go. He gonna cry in the corner. Yup, he mad. He mad.
Shut up, Rock.
Well, since you broke the question down a little more, you said, how do I feel when I look in the mirror in the
Are
morning?
you a woman first or a black woman first?
Why you yelling?
Because I felt
AI.
I'm gonna need you to bring that
Energy
chin
out.
to
I'm
look,
Shang.
look.
I'm Shang
No
Tsung. I'm
energy
Shang Tsung.
transferring
I'm
tonight. Bring
channeling
that
AI.
10 to a
I'm
3.
Shang
Praise the Lord,
Tsung. I'm
Pastor
Shang
Eminem.
No,
Tsung.
no,
I'm Shang Tsung.
no,
I'm channeling AI.
no energy
channeling.
channeling. Bring that 10
I'm
to a 3.
channeling AI. I'm Shang Tsung.
Are y'all
Now answer the
listening to
motherfucking
the
question.
sub that the underneath vocals?
I'm not
he
paying
has going
attention to
on
that.
over
I
here?
want to listen to this question evading motherfucker here.
He mad. He mad.
Yes.
Fuck Rock and his
Anyway.
emojis.
Okay, shut up so I can answer you, damn it. Just zip it. When I get up in the morning and I look in the mirror, I see more of a mom these days. Not my blackness, not my femininity, just a mom. So, I'm black and I'm a woman, duh, but that's not what I see when I look at me. As a mom, I immediately start thinking of all the things that I have to do for my children, all the things that I can teach them or give them to make them better, how I can make their dreams come true. That's my first thoughts when I get up in the morning and look in the mirror. What's going on today with my babies?
You know what's
Okay,
That's
crazy?
beautiful.
Let's
That's
go ahead. 'Cause
beautiful.
I
You
was going to
should.
go
You
a little
could.
bit deeper.
No,
Go ahead,
no, that's
As
beautiful.
as you
You
were
should have
saying
said
that,
that shit first.
I was going to crack a joke, right? I was going to be like, hit the jar from Cool Runnings. I see pride. I see power. I see a bad mother that don't take no lip
No
from
grab
A
up
bad
over
nobody,
mother
nobody.
sucker.
right? But then you got
Yeah.
to actually think about it. Like when you look in the mirror, you see pride, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
You
see
see
power.
power, right? You see a
yeah,
You
bad
see a bad
motherfucker that ain't gonna
motherfucker.
take nothing from
Let's be
nobody,
honest about
right?
that. All right,
yeah.
so bet. All right,
Mhm.
so bet you just said that when you look in the mirror, you see pride.
I see a great man, yes sir.
Okay, you see a great man, but
Hmm.
is the great man built off the insecurity?
What?
Like our defense mechanism? Like, are we humble enough to not be the great man? Like, I mean, is there something within us?
Mm, I'm lost. Hold on. It is
So
Are
what
when
you
you
I
look in
see
the
asking,
mirror,
basically.
are you humble enough to not have to be the man?
Hell yeah,
Not have to.
hell yeah. Because guess what? When I'm not the man, that forces me to level up to be the man again.
and when do you know? And you know what? And this is crazy, and this is something that men don't talk about. And the ladies are the fly on the wall right now, and they probably can
Please, thank
interject
you.
and show us something. But when is it that a man is the man? Like, when do we actually know we are the man?
You said when?
When do we actually know as men that we are the man?
When you firing off on all cylinders.
And when you say, uh-huh.
When everything is right. When you are right mentally, physically, and emotionally. When you got it
Mm,
all together. You feel me?
mm. That sounds like when I was 18 before I got married.
Oh
Um,
shit.
when do we know after, like, because I'm going on 40, and I've learned to be humbled by that idea. You dig what I'm saying? That I am truly the man. Like, you eventually start getting older. When do we know and keep that ego and sustain it? How do we sustain it? Knowing that we are the men without somebody giving us a parameter or a bar, you know what I'm saying, to be the man. How do we
Mm.
know?
How do
How
you
do we
know
know?
you're the man without going off somebody else's expectations?
When you live,
It's placed ahead of you.
when you say, how do we know when we the man?
How do we how
Without
do we
basing
know?
it off societal terms or their expectations of what a man is.
Hmm.
I want to say something. I was waiting for Quick and
Oh, I'm
AI
sorry.
to respond to that because y'all have to understand that whether or not you're making all the money or not, whether you're where you think you are, or because people put, oh, I should be further along than this. You're still a man. You're still a man, and You have to understand it. And a lot of people, and I was reading up on some things, men between the ages of 18 to maybe 32 have the hardest time and they are least happy at that age. For like maybe 33, 34 and up is when you're more happy because one, you're not trying to prove yourself. You're not trying to go out there and hustle, hustle, hustle. I mean, you're going to do that anyway, but you don't feel like you have to prove that you're a man or you don't have to prove anything. You have more time to be happy. We need to instill in our boys and our men that you can be happy. You don't have to do these things. You don't have to prove anything because you are who you are. You are a man and you're worthy of being happy. And you're worthy of not having to prove yourself to anybody. We don't instill that in our men, which is why y'all have the hardest time from maybe a little bit sooner, maybe 16, 17, 18, up until your mid 30s. We as women have that confidence because it's always instilled in us. We're given that. It's always instilled in us. But it also said that women between those ages, up until maybe their 40s, are happy. Then after that, they're unhappy. They're least happy. So you're in a relationship with a man who is now happy because he's in those 40s, 50s, and the woman is unhappy. She's in that age. Why? Because she gave her youth to climbing that ladder or trying to prove that she's the woman or whatever, blah, blah. We have to change the narrative on who we are. We have to understand that our happiness comes before proving the world that we are what they want us to be. It's unfair because I'm going to tell you right now, I'm 36. I'm not going to not be happy because I'm trying to prove myself to somebody. No, I know who I am. I am who I am. And I'm going to continue to be happy until the day I die. Not based off with somebody else's definition of happiness, based off what Louisa is and what she says she wants to be happy. And regardless if you're happy all day, as long as you're happy every day, that's fine. Even if you have to remind yourself. So we have to change this narrative. Oh my
So
God.
let's do this.
Bruh, seriously.
Let's do this. Yeah. Hey,
Wrong
real
button, my
talk.
bad.
Hey, yeah. So listen. So let me ask y'all this. I mean, because we have to oh well, Zena said, you are the man the moment you align with the creator, your purpose. The status, money, and judgments of worldly people don't mean shit because you will always be too good or not good enough to humans. Now,
Yes, girl.
that's a different level. That's a different level. But we all are trying to reach that pinnacle, right? So, what does status mean a lot in how we all direct ourselves? Like, do we worry about meeting the status quo? Is it failure? Like, what is our fears that keep us at that, that keeps us talking to ourselves in the mirror every morning to make us the man or the woman?
I mean, to the want to be accepted and be recognized as the man by our peers in the world. You know what I'm saying? Makes us chase that status quo. We always hear.
Okay,
Remember, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
No, go ahead and finish.
I forgot.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I didn't mean. I thought you were done.
You
I didn't mean to
good.
cut you off like that.
You
But
good.
my question is, why do you feel that need? Why do you feel the need to?
I mean, you gotta think about it. So it all starts if you think about it back in school days. You know what I'm saying? You have to dress a certain way or talk a certain way to be a part of the in crowd, and then dating as young men. You know what I'm saying? We have to compete. We have to dress a certain type of way. We have to present ourselves a certain type of way to impress, to go above and beyond, to gain the attention of the average girl our age. You know what I'm saying? So
You got to be the peacock, basically.
yeah, exactly. I got to show my feathers at all times, and it starts at a young age.
Mm, that's deep.
Is that a bad thing for us?
Nah,
Is that a bad thing for men to have bravado, machismo, however you want to call it? You
no, because
dig? Like, is that something wrong with that?
that's part of building confidence. When you look good, you feel good. You talk, you move different. If you're not feeling good about yourself, the way you look and the way you're presented, you're not gonna have that same confidence.
Okay. Which seems to be the opposite for women because there's no set standard of beauty lately, size, shape, anything. There's more of an acceptance of size and shape, which underlying I get because men have been creeping and doing everything with the women that they truly adore and love,
All right,
regardless
so
of the status quo.
I will say that,
Is
that I
there
will say
something with men?
that's
Mhm.
only because times are changing. Now today's society is starting to embrace curves. We're not that whole stick figure thing. You know what I'm saying? Washboard abs and all of that's not the number one standard now. What people really like is starting to show. So that's why
But
the
is it?
pressure. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, no. Go ahead, bro. Finish.
I was gonna say that's why the pressure for that's why a woman could be more comfortable with their natural beauty. You dig what I'm saying? Like not every woman has to put on makeup. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, you know what I'm saying? I love it when a woman can dress down. You know what I'm saying? Where you can look dolled up, but then if we go out, you can throw on some sweatpants and a t-shirt, and you know what I'm saying? We can rock out.
This whole situation reminds me of when I used to be young, and I remember my father um, dressing me up, and we would go to this thing called Barnum and Bailey's Circus.
Hmm.
The one thing that we paid for more so than seeing the animals was the clown. Somebody that was dressed up in a whole lot of makeup and a lot of foolish attire in order to make us happy as people. This is exactly what this society is starting to seem like is that everybody has to wear the war paint or the makeup in order to make people happy. It's not so much the size because you can barely hide that. You can hide it. They got girdles and all that stuff, but even then you can't. But it seems to be with the face, we tend to go through this process to where we pay for the clowns. The richer you are, the more you want the fake. You want to be sold the illusion of happiness, not necessarily the true person for all of their flaws and everything. You
I
dig?
think women are just getting more comfortable, period, overall. These days. I think it's not a big issue anymore. Like me personally, I don't care about the status quo. I've been wearing pajamas everywhere I go for a year now, damn near. Like when I go to Walmart, before I go anywhere else, I go to, the pajama pants and stuff like that. And I really don't care how people look at me out because it's about my comfort for this past year being in pajamas, all day long. And like I said, I'm buying different pairs of pajama pants and shirts and stuff. So it's not like the same raggedy pajamas, but I've just been more comfortable in pajamas. So, this year I'm just like, I don't care who says you're not supposed to wear pajamas to the grocery store or you're not, that doesn't matter. So I think that's just generally how women are starting to feel like I just want to be comfortable because some days I can't walk out the door without doing my makeup. I just have an ugly day. But there's other days I get up, I wash my face, I feel like my skin is glowing, and I just walk out the door without all the extra primping. I've been wrapping my hair up more rather than reaching for a wig. So I think it's just a general feeling. You know what I mean? I think everybody as a whole are just starting to get more comfortable with the person that they are.
But are men in your eyes, because we got to get this from the ladies aspect, are we or do we seem more uncomfortable and or out here killing each other just to prove to ladies that we are the man?
Wow. I think that's dependent on age
Mm-hmm.
because I'm starting to see a lot of the 20 something men and the teens being extra flashy. Like you literally putting on your best to go stand outside on the front. Whereas before I seen a lot of women doing that. So it just seems like some type of cosmic shift that I really, really can't explain. I see the women being more comfortable and the men being more flashy. So I don't know.
So shout out to Zena again, man. Of course, she always chimes in, man. Hey, look, and she always has some shit to say. So let me read this off, man. Personally, for me, as a woman, I'm living for my death and not just life. When I leave this earth, What have I done? Pause. What lives have I touched? Did I die broken or healed? Did I live in my goddess given purpose? Did I quit or keep going? Did I simplify?
Simply.
Yeah. Or did I excuse me, I'm sorry. I'm reading off the computer. Or did I simply quit or keep going? I mean, whatever. I'm sorry. Survive or did I conquer? And did I leave a legacy rather than a memory?
This is exactly what it is.
Shit.
This is what I was saying this morning. In the last quarter of this year, what are you going to do? It is really time for us to stop worrying about what other people think and to worry about ourselves. It is really time for us to get freedom. For me, healing is freedom. It is so unnecessary to continue to worry about what society thinks. They don't even know what the hell they want. We continue to go off these robotic people. Like you said, you get more money, you want to cover yourself up because they're hiding the pain. You wear those masks, you get this third, if that's what you want to do, fine. If you want to wear makeup and you want to do this, fine. But what's up under that makeup? What's up under the chains and all that shit? If you're not healing yourself, you're trash. You're dressing up trash. I'm not calling you trash as a person, but your pain and your sorrows and your suffering is garbage. So if you're gonna continue to live and grow and get older, it's important that you grow in yourself and learn who you are and heal yourself because you are the first person that deal with in the morning. You are the last person you deal with at night. And if you don't know who you are, if you cannot heal the pain that you dealt with from birth on up, you're gonna die chaotic.
You know what's crazy is that Nikki Robinson, she chimed in. She said, I am so comfortable in my skin. I love being natural. How long did it take you, Nikki, in order for you to be comfortable in your skin? Because we need a barometer,
Probably
evidently.
took her a long time
Right,
because it's
correct.
so hard out here. It's so hard out here to be yourself. And I'm grateful for how I was raised
Mm,
because I was raised to be me. My
gotcha.
brothers, my
Yeah.
sisters, we were raised to be ourselves. We were never raised. And I'm one of the people, I hate fads. I don't wear what everybody else wear. I wear what I want to wear. If I think it's cute and it costs $10, I'm gonna buy it. If I think it's cute and it costs $50, I'm gonna buy it. It's what I like, not what you like.
But let's be
I,
honest.
you know,
But a lot, and I'll say this a lot. There's a lot of women who I've observed they had to over time find themselves in a sense, because I've seen a lot of women transition from the popular weave straight hair look to slowly being wearing everything el natural, like wearing their natural hair and so on and so forth. I've seen women make a full transition to where if you look at them now as to where they were years ago, they look like a completely different person. So for real, most
it's growth.
times it's basically for like basically yeah, it's growth. Over time you growth and you find yourself to be comfortable in what you came into this world with. And
That's
you
just the beauty of
realize,
aging.
yeah.
What'd
So
you say, Star?
I said that's just the beauty of aging. With
And being
age does
comfortable.
come wisdom, right? But that's the beauty of aging. Like, you ever seen that old lady in the grocery store? She will cut you off in line and cuss you out. It may piss you off at that moment, but she's just comfortable as hell. She's like, look, I done lived my life. I ain't scared of you. And I feel like everybody just eventually comes to that point. Like, aging is a beautiful thing and it's often taken for granted. I got tons of friends that didn't make it to 37, and this is my 37th year. So I'm looking forward to getting older now, way more than I ever did when I was younger.
I look at it that way too. I got a whole bunch of friends who didn't make it past 16. So
Mm.
So let me ask you
and didn't
this.
make it to 25. So
So let me ask you this quick, Star. In comparison to the 86-year-old woman that's cussing your ass out that doesn't have nothing to live for because they've already sacrificed and done everything in their lives. How about your friends that actually never gave a damn from that point and lived their lives like an 86-year-old woman?
Mm.
Mm.
Is that not admirable? Is that not being the same person, just in a different age bracket?
Mhm.
What we're trying to get to is that how long does it take to appreciate yourselves, to self preserve yourself, and or are we wasting our time trying to, you know, preserve ourselves too young? Like
Okay,
either speak up now or speak up, speak up later.
Zena said I wore the most and entirely too much makeup during my abusive relationship. I literally was painting a face mask on. Once I healed from that, I wore my natural face. That's because you stopped hiding what was going on. And wouldn't it be so beautiful if we can find ourselves in our youth, if we can find ourselves before the messed up relationships or before we lose the
Let's
job or
be
before, you know what I'm saying?
but but Phoenix, let's be honest. We do. We have outlandish kids. We have kids that we find to be outspoken. We
Well,
humble them and tell them that they're not supposed to be. They are
Never.
no different than that 86-year-old woman that it's always the saying, once a man, twice a child. That goes for
well,
women
Mhm.
and men.
That's
I'm
true.
not disputing that, but I think once again, like me, I don't believe in silencing my kids and I believe in having conversations with my kids. That doesn't mean that I'm against spanking, but I feel like there's a right way and a wrong way to do things. And the way I grew up, with children are supposed to be seen and not heard, and you can get a butt whooping at the drop of a dime. I'm not that type of parent. I've always taught my children that it's okay to have your own voice, but you have to do it with respect. And I think that's a big difference that my parents or the parents of our generation didn't stop to think about. Their parents whooped them, so they whooped us. And it was just I don't like cycles like that. Without putting too much of my personal business out there. I had a conversation with the kid's father, and he's like, "Oh, well, if they don't listen, they're teenagers now. Punch them in the face and this, and I'm like, no, not really. I'm not punching none of my kids in the face, first of all, and then, it's just a big thing. I had to, okay, he was telling me, and you be answering to them. They shouldn't be questioning you. And I'm like, well, I don't see it as answering to them. If I tell my child to do something and they question it, I'd rather explain it. For me, understanding is the key to not having to throw hands. So if I'm telling you, no, you can't spend the night at this friend's house and you want to know why, because everybody else is spending the night, I'd rather explain to you why you can't go. That might actually save your life later on. If I say don't go to Berry Farms and I don't tell you why I don't want you in Berry Farms, you're gonna sneak to Berry Farms. As opposed to me saying, it's constant shootouts over there or this, that, and the other, then at least you know. I don't feel like I'm answering to my children. I'm giving an explanation and I'm making things clear. But a lot of parents don't agree with that either. So I think that's just the shift in the world. I'm starting to see a lot more parents doing more talking to their kids and giving them understanding and giving them knowledge as opposed to just smacking them in the mouth because they asked you a question. I've never been a fan of that ever.
Is that crippling our future children? Because a lot of the complaints now is that they play more video games, they take more drugs than we used to because of the
Knowledge
lack
can
of
never be
discipline.
crippling.
But I
Not, and
remember
that's the
growing
thing.
up,
Go ahead. I'm
right?
sorry.
The only knowledge that I had was that my birth mother was addicted to crack cocaine. I've seen her smoke. My knowledge that turned me off about a whole lot of things was that my adopted father was addicted to heroin. So I saw it. I didn't necessarily have to partake of it. And I'm very scared of taking prescription drugs to this day. You dig? I've lost a lot of parents off of those type of extracurricular activities. You dig? So I learned, even though I was disciplined, I still had to look at the examples. You know what I'm saying? I know I didn't
Yeah.
want that in my life.
For me,
What is
I'm
it? Do you think that a majority of the children now are just spoiled and never seen anything? They never seen anything too hard, nothing work, nothing bad.
I wouldn't say, well, I would say I think that the generation as a whole is kind of spoiled, extra sheltered, like, but at the same token, the world that they're growing up in is not the world that we grew up in. I could go outside and play in the street and it was no big deal. I could walk to the store by myself and it was no big deal. But at the same token, that freedom left a lot of traumas with us. Like my children say that I'm too blunt. My children, oh my, you can't say that. I'm like, why can't I? Yes, I can. Because when you walk away from me, the world is gonna give it to you real. So why am I not giving it to you real at home? Like I don't call a vagina a cookie, or like it's just I feel like when we take the time to shelter them, we make a conscious effort. Oh, I'm not gonna say this, I'm gonna say that. Oh, I'm not gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. We leave them vulnerable to the dangers of the world. Mr. Fred down the hall might be a damn pedophile, and you calling your child's vagina a cookie, and he's saying, "Oh, let me play with your cookie," and your child is not expressing, "Hey, he's touching me." But that starts at home. You call it what it is, and you just being real with your children can't ever spoil them. First of all, and I don't think true knowledge is ever crippling either. It's all about how you do it. And everybody knows there's no parent handbook. You either get it right or you don't. There's always trial and error. I think the importance and the joy of being a parent is that you never stop trying. Some parents give up and just say, well, whatever, you, whatever age. Now, like my mom, when I turned 16, she told me that I could date at 16, and she just took her hands completely off of it at that point. And when I turned 18, she was like, well, you grown now. And she took her hands off everything. But I'm realizing now as an adult that I still needed plenty of guidance that I didn't get. So for me, completely opposite. My daughter is 19, and although her curfew ain't the same as her younger brothers, she still has a curfew. I still have to know where she's going and who she's going with. She still knows charge that phone before you leave, because if it's not fully charged and I can't get you when I call, then you can't go. And she's 19. By legal standards, she's an adult, but you still live here. So I'm still going to continue to guide as best I can. I'm not just throwing you to the wolves and wishing you luck.
Well, that's the biggest thing. The children need guidance. They need examples, and we have to be the example. So no matter what you say, how much you talk, how much you beat them, if you're not showing them the right thing, they're still going to go by what you do. So that's the big thing. I was an 18-year-old mom, and so at that time, I still needed guidance. I was a young mom. So like with your daughter, she still needed guidance. I still needed guidance too. A couple years later, I was a young wife with a child. And then the year after that, I had another child coming. And I still needed guidance because I didn't get the full guidance that I should have had in my teenage years and going into adulthood. So it's just, you need that example. And the difference from now and then, because a lot of the shit that's going on now was going on when we were younger. The difference is the community looked out for the kids. People looked out for the children. So we still had the dangers. We just had more protection. That's the difference.
So we hope,
Yeah.
because we still have stories like Jaguar,
Yeah.
right? We still have people coming forward about the 80s and the 70s where there was just no
Yeah.
cameras around. There were no screams to be heard. So we're not gonna go too in depth, but man, it's been a dope ass show, man. Hey, Rock, man, you got to do your thing, bro.
Man, go ahead. Hey, shit. Hey, it's just me and my Jack right now. You was already going to get into it.
Go ahead.
Throw me the oop at the end.
LeBron.
So I guess I got to be the nigga with the unibrow. That's what you trying to say?
You understand? You understand? You gotta shoot that tray, bro. You gotta shoot that
Matumbo.
tray, bro.
Come on. Oh, that's fucked up. First I'm Danny Tanner.
No, no, no.
Now I'm
No, 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 no.
Matumbo. Okay. God damn. All right, go ahead, y'all. Y'all know. Final thoughts. Final thoughts.
We gotta start with the sisters, man. Y'all been so beautiful and eloquent, man. Thank y'all for your patience, man. I love y'all.
I think you just made my point for my final thought. Considering how the world is ever changing, sometimes evoluting, sometimes regressing, I think now more than anything, patience is key. We spend a lot of time, listening just to respond, not trying to intake and, having a rebuttal, Everything is aggressive. I don't know what you're going to say to me, but I'm immediately on guard. I think patience is most key right now. I think right now we are getting back to starting to relate to one another. I see a lot of Black love and Black families. I think it's beautiful. I would say to get to that goal, patience is key. We need to start talking to each other to understand and not always having a response. So that's my final thought. Have patience with your brothers and your sisters and one another and each other.
And to bounce off of what you're saying about patience, there's a lot of changing in our community because not only do we have patience, but we're starting to trust each other again. And it started with trusting ourselves. Because you can't trust anybody else or have patience with other people if you don't have the patience to trust with yourself. So we're starting to get back into the love of ourselves and learning of ourselves, which is changes our community. So that's a big, big thing. And on top of that, yeah, we did a lot of stuff tonight, but the biggest thing I just cannot keep on reiterating is love. Love is the highest level of frequency that you can have. And I don't care what nobody say, I'm gonna keep saying it. Because in order for you to get to where you need to be, you have to live in it, you have to walk in it, you have to breathe and you have to think it. And it has to come from within you so that it can go into the world. We have to be loved. And I love y'all.
Hey, look, and for me, again, I love you, sisters, man. Hey, listen, I may be a provocateur. I may talk a lot of crazy things, but the one thing that I can do better than more, better than I can what out talk you, over talk you, is that I can listen to y'all, man. And like y'all made some very valid points at the end, man. Thank you, Blue Phoenix, for being a healer. Thank you, Star, for always being a healer too, young. Hey, look, everything comes through the womb of the woman, young. And for real, damn. I mean, I don't know what to say, man. I really don't know what to say. I'm just proud of everybody, man. Like, and you know what? Let me piggyback off the point of the Phoenix and Star is that at one point or another, this whole pandemic and even Trump has proven that we can unite and that we do have to deal with our problems head on. You did. The frustration started early when it came to working from home, dealing with a significant other. Then you had to deal with your children, and it started. The bonds are starting to be stronger. So I'm proud of everybody that's going through the struggle. I love y'all, man. I digress.
Quick,
Quick.
I think quick sleep.
quick.
You done ran off on the plug twice.
Either that he went
Yeah,
to go,
he
or,
did.
or he went to go boo boo.
He crying in
Hey,
the
go ahead,
car.
Rob. He prayed
What
one of
you
them
mean,
pocket
Doc?
chips. Hey,
Before you close, then, let me say this to you, gentlemen. Um, yes, everything comes from the womb, but you guys nourish the womb because we cannot produce without you. We need you guys. We need y'all in every aspect of our life. We do. So you are most needed. You are so important in our lives. And whether or not we let you guys know that, I apologize for us ladies for not letting you know how much we need you. But you are needed everywhere.
Oh, Weezy, you gonna make
I
water come out my
concur.
face, girl.
It should because y'all don't
I
get that
just
enough.
squirted. I just squirted. It's like,
Make sure you wipe it up, okay? We don't want to be a mess. No, but for real, y'all are needed. We need you. We need you more than we say. We want you too, but we scared to say that too. But y'all are needed. Y'all are. You have a place. You have a position, and it needs to be said.
hey, Rock, you gotta do your thing, bro.
One more time, quick. You back?
Rock, you gotta do
Now,
your
now,
thing,
now.
bro.
All right. Well, I mean, I really don't have much to say. You know what I'm saying? There's three sides to every story, and unfortunately, it's natural human nature for people to jump on the first side of the story or to immediately pick sides because they resonate with the situation that happened. You know what I'm saying? Because people get so stuck in their feelings, they really don't pay attention to the actual reason. and meaning reason like the actual facts. Clearly something's off, and it ain't our business to figure out. And I hope it gets squared off. But let this just be a reminder that if it ain't your business, stay the fuck out of it. You know what I'm saying? Let them sort that shit out. All we can do is speculate, and we media. That's what we do. But everybody else, no, why the fuck y'all so concerned? Um, let me see. The dude
Sound like
the dude that got away from courthouse, man, let that man free. Any man that can get out of a courthouse and be free for days, it should be a rule. If you're free more than 3 days, drop the charge. Because
the
first of all,
Machiavelli, the
eggs.
Machiavelli theory.
Thank you. Let that man free. Um, to piggyback off of everybody else, man, like we fight, we argue, hell, we pick on each other. You know what I'm saying? I said at the beginning of the show that I'm going to piss somebody off today. AI was with me. We intentionally get each other in our bag so that we can pull out those emotions. And once again, it's a demonstration that we can talk. We don't have to disagree. We can go back and forth, but we listen to understand. That's what it's about. That causes growth. So with that being said, listen to understand that we out of here. We love you. Follow us at the No Filter Show. You know what I'm saying? I am Telling May Rock. By now, if y'all watch every week, y'all already know where to follow us at. And guess what? We ain't gonna tell you on this show. If you want to know, go watch the previous shows and listen to the end and find out. I am Telling May Rock. I gotta say, man,
Oh, he's
I love
spicy.
doing everything with y'all. K Quick, I don't know what happened to you, but see you later, buddy. Just start. It's always a pleasure. Weezy, baby. Later. My man, G.I. Mo. Hey, stay away from that mayo, bro. You already know what it is. And I am Telling May Rock. And this has been the end of the No Filter Show.